That's because I'm a beautiful man.
So we're at Powerhouse, working out. I'm here with my man Roy with RBN Fitness, right? Right?
RBN Fitness, yes, sir.
My man right here. And, you know, we're just starting to work out, getting the blood flowing. He was telling me about, you always got to make sure that you
warm up properly. You know, give about 5 to 10 minutes to really get the blood flowing before you start with the heavy lift. So make sure to prioritize that, guys.
And people will be like, you're a trader. Why are we at the gym? Because mental is physical. Taking care of this body makes me feel good in the mind, helps my trades go well. The blood flowing gets toxins out of the body. Everything you're doing when you're moving is good. Movement is progression. Progression is movement. It all is one to me. I got out of my depression by working out. I love going to gyms. I love hanging out. When he reached out to me and said, dude, you got to come work out. If I didn't take that opportunity, I'd be a fool. This man has the knowledge and the power. And look, and he's got it all, baby. You see this girl? You see his meeting?
Now I might teach him.
That's how it works. You progress with progressive people.
Absolutely. Well, make sure you get the good angle.
He's working it. Right now we're working out, and we're at Powerhouse Gym here in Sunset. This guy.
Something I was just truly passionate about. Like you were passionate about the charts, I was passionate about lifting weights and looking good and getting the prettiest girl out there. So honestly, me, it was just lifting weights.
We have nothing to fear but fear itself. We create everything that can stop us. You are the greatest. You are the best. Nothing can stop you, baby. Let's go.
Sam Price hitting the shoulder presses.
Let's go.
Nice and slow movement.
Woo! Woo! Yeah, 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 yeah. Gotta wake up, gotta keep it moving. Gotta wake up, gotta keep it grooving. Gotta wake up, gotta keep it moving. Gotta wake up, gotta keep it moving. Yo, 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 yo. Dance, 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 move, 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 move. Gotta groove, gotta groove, gotta groove. Dance, 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 move, 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 move. Gotta move, gotta groove, gotta keep it going, going, going. Never, 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 never.
Yeah, 10 years, Roy, huh?
10 years lifting, yeah, since I was 19 working on my backyard.
30 years old now.
With wooden weights. What was that?
Well, you don't have to keep it if you don't want.
October 3rd, 1992.
That's my daughter's birthday.
No way. Third?
My father's birthday too.
October 3rd?
They both have the same birthday, October 3rd.
Look at that. That's crazy, man.
My daughter's birthday, man.
Nice to meet you, brother.
We bravers, man.
How about your body weight dips? Right here. Best workout for the entire upper body, particularly for the triceps, the chest. To hit the chest, you would lean slightly forward. To hit the triceps, you would be more upright, like how Sam is right now. Beautiful form. Easy money. Easy money. Let's get some facial expressions. If you ain't got these facial expressions in the gym, you're not doing something right. Oh boy. Oh boy, Sam. Let's get that tricep. With dieting, you don't need to be so strict. All you need to do is hit a calorie range. If you're trying to lose weight, then you need to align your eating with your calories. So for example, me myself, and I know that in order for me to lose weight, I need to eat 2,100 calories. So I make sure I try and eat those 2,100 calories from particularly any food, as long as it's semi-healthy. If I want to gain weight, I know that I have to eat about 3,000 calories. So again, I'll eat a good amount of calories. I'll hit that 3,000, and I know that's what I have to do every day to gain weight. All you gotta do, guys, stay consistent.
So it's all about arching the back all the way. You don't want to hurt the back.
Hurt your back. You don't want to be like this. You want to be like this. If you're like this, you get down here, it's gonna put a lot of pressure on your lower back. So you want to keep that arch. The moment you can't keep the arch, that means you're going too low for your front.
It's either time to stop it or to work on a different muscle to make that area stronger.
Yep. It's all about core training. Something a lot of people neglect. Always work on your core and your lower back. Your core and your back connects to everything, every workout you do. When your core is strong, every other muscle group is strong. Stay to it, guys.
How do you deal with having such a beautiful girlfriend? Like,
that's because I'm a beautiful man.
so we just finished our workout. We're chilling. To get some food. You gotta bulk up, right? You gotta get some protein in you.
You gotta replenish right after, man.
You can't just go fast enough. So we're gonna go get some food. We're gonna find some nice food, and we're in Fort Lauderdale, beautiful Florida. Who knows where we end up? We'll show you. Stay tuned. So we're valeting the whip right now. We're going to a nice fancy restaurant on the water, man. Dude knows where to go, man. This dude knows where to go. He ain't playing. This dude is not playing around.
He knew me from Instagram.
He's treating me like a king. This dude knew you from Instagram. Look at that. He's like, yo, I know you. You're always this famous, man.
How do I look with the lighting hitting me right here?
Oh man, it's amazing. Little shadows. I mean, this is gorgeous, right?
Yeah, this is beautiful.
Like, this is what you eat in Florida.
This is the life right here.
Man. I knew you'd hit me up and chill. We were gonna have a good time, man.
Yeah, bro.
Life is always fun. Even the trading. So, what made you join my trading? How did you find me? What made you join my trading group? I'm just so interested because, like, you're doing the gym, you're doing all these other things. But what made you get into? No worries. Okay, no worries. What made you get into the trading?
That's a good question.
Thank you so much. But right now, you're good. You're perfect, Jackie. That's lifestyle right now. Thank you very much.
I was always into crypto.
Put it down. You put it down.
Yeah, you can put it down.
Thank you so much. Nah. Real life is great.
I was always into crypto. I would watch other YouTubers like BitBoy and stuff like that. And then I believe I saw on YouTube the algorithm. And I noticed that you will live stream every single day. You were super consistent, more consistent than anyone else. And I was like, man, this guy, he's on his game. He's on his A game every single day. You don't see that often. So I would see your charting, and you look very professional. And I wanted to take it up a notch. Because obviously I'm a beginner and I want to get better just like everyone else. When you want to get better, you need to invest in yourself, man. You need to invest in yourself. It's like taking any other course. And I decided to do the 99. Absolutely amazing, great community. Sam puts up updates here every single day. I mean, who does that, It's not for anything, I'm not, kissing ass. Sam is on his A game every single day and I don't see that often. So that's how it all started, man. It was a simple YouTube. I found Sam. I was watching his live streams every single day, and I just got influenced to do it, man. Sam was like, I have no one else is trading me, by the way. And I don't feel like I need to. There's many people who they feel like they need to be in multiple trading groups. I don't feel that way. I'm in Frankie Candles, but that one's a free one. Yeah, actually, he's a great guy. I love him all. Frankie Candles is cool. But I'm not really on that one much. I look at more the Lycra updates, the Discord, and that's it, man. It's a great trading, great community, very positive, very good vibes.
Yeah, like talk about failure. Talk about how you use failure in life.
I guess you can say it's a failure, maybe not. You can take it however you want, but I guess I'll say my story. In a quick brief summary, I used to work at a meat market. I'm 30 now. When I was 23, I worked at a meat market. And man, I was stressed out. I was working hours, cutting meat, picking up shopping carts, putting them back where they go. I was stressed out. I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I stayed loyal to lifting weights and eating a consistent diet plan. And
Wow. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show. If I told you I was up till 3 in the morning, would you believe me? I was trading cash, but it was out of control. The market ripped. Money was flying in. It was insane. The whole group was making money. It was absolutely insane. It was insane. Shout out to Mr. Hobby, second month in the trading group, and he's loving it. Bang, 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 bang. Things have been out of control. Let's get that music back up and running. Tommy in the back there. Let's get it going. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here and sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. And that is your time. Laid back on a Thursday, baby. 36,770. We're going to take a look at what's happening in the markets right away for you. I know you may be stressed. You may be freaking out. What is this dumpage? What is happening? All right. I had to rebuild my whole stream last night. Something going on, but it's nice and clean now. And I got some cool new stuff. You can see your name now when you did it. When you put something in, you're going to get the alert box coming through. We got it back up and running, everything that I used to have. So good morning, Crypto Lifer. Good morning, and Cluck Cluck. Shout out to Crypto Boyo in the house, man. Boyo! ETF over 90% chance of approval. Seems like it's coming in January, or are we going to get it before the end of the year? And that's the poll I'm going to ask each and every one of you just to start it off. How y'all doing? God bless each and every one of you. Thank you for coming on in. Gratitude is the attitude of abundance every single day. May you stay blessed. May you have a wonderful time. Bang, bang, bang. I bought C6 already. You guys saw me buy it here live on the channel. Let's hope it makes some gains, baby. You never know. Smash the likes for the hardest working TA in the game. Shout out to Crypto Bear Baker in the house. God bless you and all the beautiful souls here that hang out with the lifer. If I don't chop off my head there. There we go. There we go over here. Shout out to all the beautiful people. You guys are awesome. Every one of you. Thank you so much for everything you do and all the love that you bring. Will we get ETF approval before Christmas? I'm a great speller. I'm not a good typer. That's what's sad, because I'm really good at spelling and I'm highly educated. I'm not going to sit there and be good at typing. I missed this. I guess I got to go to typing school. Will we get an ETF approval before Christmas? Yes or no? I would like to see what you guys think and get a poll running here. Just let me know. And remember, join the newsletter. Jump on in. These are big things you got to be doing. We're having a Black Friday sale coming up. I can't believe it. It's happening on the 24th. We are only 8 days away. We're 8 days away, baby. We're 8 days away. You have to play RuneScape for 15 years to be a fast typer. I know, right? I don't want to be a fast typer, personally. Like, I don't want to be known as someone that's good at that. You know what I mean? Like, that's, it doesn't, like, why? But again, I get it, right? See, sometimes it puts the space, sometimes it doesn't. I never understand that. But join the trading group at CryptoLifer.com. I'd greatly, greatly appreciate it. All right? Brand new website up and running, doing its thing. Bang, bang, bang. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in, and we appreciate you. And, jump on in today. Join today if you want, or wait for our sale, all right? Which I probably would be a smart idea in 8 days. But I want you in now. I want you in so bad. Some people have jumped in already, and my wife was able to give them like a small discount for the 2 weeks or whatever, because she just felt like, hey, I want them in, but I understand. So we're going to break down what happened to Bitcoin last night. We're going to show you how I handle the situation of what's going down. And we're going to break it down for you like we do every single day here on the channel. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Where is the chat? And, yeah. Just means you good your fingers. Let's get the likes count to the viewer amount, people. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in, and appreciate each and every one of you for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. If I said it already, I'm exhausted. So this is really live, all right? I'm not like a robot that's programmed to do this. I'm actually live, So sometimes, you know what I mean? Dump's getting smaller, baby. Shout out to Crypto Bear Baker. I made 99 back in my first 3 to 4 hours. Mr. Hobby made the money back in the first 3 to 4 hours in the trading group, man. CAD's listing on Binance. Yeah, why wouldn't Binance have it? Why wouldn't Coinbase have it? Many people seem to type faster than they can think. Seems to be the way, or I think faster than I can tell. I don't know what it is. Watching from Argentina, bro. Amazing content is every day. And, of course, I hope you're getting the best day. Tasty old man. Cheers with my girl. Lunch it, man. God bless you, brother. Hope everything's going well. Love you, Jeb, and Crypto or Us should combine shows. I had to support you all by jumping lives. God bless you all for being here. Thank you for jumping on in. Tweaking the market, not my floor, Casper, but I'm here every day at the same time. You know what I mean? Same time, every single time. And I started my live stream even before a lot of the bigger live streams. You know, you can see that. We got receipts, baby. Hey, Sam, how's it going? Yep. Sup, boss? Lifers, shout out to from Montreal. Thank you. Sad dump. Pollo, baby. Shout out to Crypto Billy in the house. Billy Goat. Billy, I saw your launch. I'm going to be on those spaces if I get a chance. I don't want to commit to everything because my life is out of control, but I believe I'll probably be there. Whenever I see you, I'll jump on it. I'll be exhausted, no sleep, but I'll still jump on it. Have 40x my portfolio in 13 months in your group. This man made 45x in the portfolio in 13 months. That's absolutely insane. Take a picture of that, Sean, and put it into the testimonials. That is absolutely insane. Casper was out of control last night. It was insane. I made another like 15 grand overnight, and now it's about to go again. I mean, this is insane. And remember, we're trading here on MEXC. If you want to jump into MEXC, it's the place to be. You know what I mean? It really is, though. You can't beat it. And what I like to do is I pin this message here for you. Okay? So hit the poll. Answer the poll. No. I think it's no, too, but you never know. You know what I mean? And here's it. Join the trading group. Join MEXC if you really want to get lowest fees in the game. The lowest fees in the game. All right? And jump on in here to the newsletter. And look, people that panic sold last night or that felt like they should have sold, I mean, this thing was out of control. It was in a blow off top of the daily. We're going to break it down. But look, it's back to 14 again. This thing won 16. Look, I'm up $15,000. That happened like last night. It was 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Like, oh my gosh. Like, it was one of the fastest money I've ever made in my life. It was insane. And this is just absolutely ridiculous. We're going to break down Bitcoin for you like right now. And we're going to have a blast. Don't worry. Here we go. Top-down analysis for Bitcoin. First, we're going to give you the smaller time frames because there's a little stress there, and I know you guys are stressed, and I want you to show you what's happening. If you're on my trading group, I build what's called the Twisted Sister. It's a dual pattern, all right? And actually, it was more like this last night. I had this falling wedge, and I was long, all right? That definitely spent. I got stopped out. I was long. I tried to long that previous support as resistance. We lost it. It happens. You're going to lose a trade here and there. But I didn't have a lot of money on it. I wasn't like overly extended. And I got a bigger trade too that has a way lower stop loss. And we'll see where that goes. So we didn't get the break. We started to get a breakout. But we got rejected, right? We couldn't get back above 37. And I kept saying that if we can't get above this area, expect more downside. And we couldn't get above the area. We took the downside. And then so I drew both patterns. One was more like this. And then one was more to the downside. And we took the downside channel. So that negates the fact that we could have went to a sideways momentum. This is a cool little thing I call the Twisted Sister. You set it up, and it's going to tell you once you break one level, you can figure out where you're going to go to the next level. Look, previous resistance became support, so I knew that we were likely coming right down to 36,700 if we did not hit the point. The 1 hour now wants to make a massive move back to the upside. The 1 hour also has hidden, to me that's hidden bullish divergence. Swing down right there on the point, because if you took this point, you're too far away anyway. So from this low to that low, and it's got an uptrend, tells you should break the high inside this channel. I've showed you this last week. I showed you the day before. I've been showing you this for a long, long time. We did it on the 8 hour. We did it yesterday. We did it the other day here. That's why we ended up breaking the high above this high, right? This hidden bullish yesterday told us we would break the high inside of the high. This now says we're going to break this high inside of this high because it's hidden bullish divergence. I'm not going to guarantee anything, but it's highly likely. Let's take a look at our 15-minute. I told you to watch the 200 SMA and be careful. We don't want to lose the 200 SMA. And where do we bounce, folks? Where do you think we bounced? Right off the 200 SMA. Do you think that is a coincidence? Why do you think I trade with the 200 SMA the way I do? Because I've been doing this for a long, long time. Like, I saw that happening before it happened. I told my traders, all my traders in my trading group, they know to watch the 200 SMA like a hawk. We use it to produce gains all over the place. Shout out to the 688 people on the live. 237 likes. I love each and every one of you. Thank you for being here. We're going to do our top-down analysis so we can get a big idea of what's happening. But right now, the 1 hour and the 50-minute do want to make a nice bounce back to the upside. If you panic sold, I'm sorry for you. You got to pay attention. One step at a time, one day at a time, one moment at a time. All right? You're going to get there. I'm going to get there. We're all going to get there. Have no stress. Life is good, baby. Life is good. All right? Have no stress. Do not live in fear. Fear is the beginning of jealousy. You know, when someone cheats, usually it's because they're in fear. When someone lies, it's because they're in fear. When someone steals, because they don't think they can get as much as you, so they steal from you. I realize almost all of our negative behavior comes from fear. I never realized that, but if you really, really analyze anything, a lot of people beat other people up because maybe they were beat up as a kid and they're in fear. Everybody, this is it. This is the beginning of little Sammy or little Samantha. We don't know. But there it is. The baby is alive and well inside the womb, my friends. The baby is alive and well inside the womb. About 8 weeks. Thank you, BB. You know, fake emotions acting real is fear. Get rid of fear, and you will have so much, you know, and that's what I love about gratitude. When you use a lot of gratitude, there's also a lack of fear, because when you're full of gratitude, it's hard to be full of fear. It just is. Okay? If you're grateful for your life, how are you going to be afraid of it? You can't. You can't have gratitude and fear at the same time. So once you're in gratitude, it's a lot harder to mess things up. It's the simple way to stay in control. All right? It's the simple way to stay in control is using gratitude over fear. I'm telling you right now, it's important. It'll also help you in your trading over time. All right? I got a laptop here that I don't technically want to leave there. Last night was crazy. I signed into my OBS account and it deleted all of my scenes, and I had to spend basically all night redoing my scenes and then trading. So buy the dip with both hands. Take a look over at ADA. It will moon soon. There's a bunch of coins that are looking nice, but look at this Bitcoin pumping hard back to the upside as suggested. Bounce, baby, bounce. And if you look at the 1 minute, we likely had the bullish div and we got the move. Remember, this is going to be easier to identify now because we have more people behind us. So every time we get one of these, they're going to play out even better than they did before. But look, there is the money strategy here, the dinero printer. I see the bullish divergence. You get away from the 21 and you pump up where? To the 200 SMA. I teach this to you guys all the time. And then look, you're looking for a reversal pattern. Shoulder, head, right shoulder for a break to the upside. And it does the same thing over and over again, right? You guys see this. Look at the gap of the VRVP. We are likely to move all the way back up to 37,217. That's where we're looking for a big move. So, you know, as long as we get above the 200 SMA here in the 1 minute, we're going to move right up to this point if you're scalping smaller time frames. So that takes care of kind of where we're at right now. All right. We see a reversal pattern. We see the 1 hour wanting to move. We see the 15-minute good. And this is everything that I go for. That is likely going to be a dip buy that could punch us further to the upside. You want me to show you how we do it? You want me to show you how to do it? Because some of you are a little scared, huh? I'm going to teach you a little something, huh? Today I'm going to teach you how to be a man. No, I'm joking around. Because there's beautiful women that watch the show too. You know what I mean? But I'm going to show you how to man up, how to woman up. I'm going to show you how to toughen up. How's that? And right now we're going to jump on in and we're going to buy a nice, let's just say, we're going to buy a little more BTC. All right? I'm going to buy the dip in front of you and show you why I buy the dippy dip. All right? We're going to buy ourselves a pretty hefty bag, about $2,500 worth of Bitcoin, and we're going to just continue to buy that Bitcoin on these lows, man. Anything lower than $40,000 is a stizzle. And look, did that get filled yet? No, how did that not get filled? 36,886? Sure it will, though. I'll chase it, though. I like to chase it. I don't want to wait too long. Just put your buy above the sell, and then it should fill. Whoop. Oh, wow. Look at this. Look how quick price is skipping on me. My goodness. Won't even let me buy the dip, man. 36.9. I never want to overpay, but I try to do it oh, yeah. Why do I not just market buy? It's easy. I might not get the best price, but you know what? They're actually pretty good about it. There you go. And how much? Yeah, they gave it to me at 887. I mean, they're pretty good, but there you go. That's how you buy the dip. All right? Just showed you how to do it right there, just in case you weren't sure. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. Please get yourself a financial advisor and do your own due diligence before getting into any project, coin, or trade. All right? Super important. All right? Don't get yourself overextended over here. But look, we got the bounce off the 200. We see the hidden bullish even very strong here on the 15-minute. I mean, you got the RSI streaming down while price action screaming up. That is a hidden bullish divergence. Tells you will break the high above this high, but there's no guarantees. Shout out to the 824 beautiful people on the live. Thank you for jumping on in and sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. If you're new, we love you. We love you more than you would ever know. Okay, so take a look. If you're watching the stream right now, we just have some announcements that we got to make for you. We're going to look at Casper. We're going to look at all your super chats. Sam, if you invert your scale, you can see a massive cup and handle on the 1 hour and the 4 hour. If you invert your scale, what does inverting a scale mean? Berg, it just does not dip. Casper to the moon, baby. I know, Casper's out of control. Selling Casper is the worst thing you can do. Again, you do whatever makes you happy, but selling Casper for me was the worst thing that I ever did. You know what I mean? I never want to do it again. I never want to be on the outside. All right? Life is good, man. Can you look at Phantom? Can it rip back to 39, or is the pamp over? Up 14%, so iffy on getting back in. Shout out to Zach R. I feel you, man. I just want 150K more, baby. I know. More Casper, baby. YFI went off last night, too. It did, off the Adam and Eve double bottom. I'm going to teach you what those are. I'm going to break it down for you every single day. So I keep Maxia as our smaller time frame. If we need to jump on in, if we need to see something. But now I'm going to jump on into the Binance USDT chart. But look, all we're looking for now is to break above this 200 SMA. If we get that, we are going to move further to the upside, baby. Further to the upside, and that's going to be a nice move. So that's what I'm looking for. I am on about, I don't know, I went to bed at about 3:30 in the morning. I was up at 8. I was late to bring my daughter to school. I will tell you that. It was pretty sad. I apologize for doing that. Late for school, baby. Daddy was late for school. You know what I mean? And it happens. It happens. All right. I've taken my futures account from $5,000 back to $5,900. I'm telling you, I like to take it to $7,000 and then rip it back down. Super excited to see what's happening here. I got this long trade to 43,000, stop loss at 32K. I've just realized the liquidation is 35.8 though, so yikes. I got to be careful. I'm a little close to liquidations. I'm going to have to change that stop loss or reposition. Something I made it really fast the last day, and yesterday I was full of a lot of energy. Kind of had to slow down a little bit. XRP is so disappointing. 2 years with this bag. All the good news. Yeah. CAS being listed on Binance tomorrow. Are you serious? No way. Well, what we can do this. We can go to Coin Market Calendar. Go to this place right now. I'm going to teach you so much. I'll teach you more than you would ever know here. But Coin Market Cal, all right? Nope. There we go. Coin Market Cal is the best place to go, all right? And then what you're going to want to do, look, May 1st is the block halving, we believe, for Bitcoin. It's going to be glorious. Oh my gosh. Coins, put in Caspa, all right? Then hit search. Wow. Yikes. The website has been identified as a phishing site. Phishing sites trick you into revealing your personal information such as passwords. Unblock and report this page is safe. Yeah, that's a safe page. Analyzing Bitcoin support trends. I don't put any stuff in here, so it's okay. You know. Also, they don't give us any news for Caspa, huh? Sometimes you'll get something, you know, you'll hear what's going on. So if we would go here just back to the regular site. Smiley World, Bitmart listing for Grok. So Grok's getting on Bitmart. Might give it a bit of a pump as it continues to go. Grok is a meme that someone just made as a joke that's connected to, you know, so it's not the real coin. But it's, you know what, we speculate here on tiny little coins and they pump. Just be very careful of stuff like that. All right? Just be very, very careful of things of that nature. All right? What do you think about Urine Finance? Urine Finance is hot. Rat's up 700% in the last half hour. That's crazy. Why do you trade a Tor XC? And today, it's also on KuCoin. We've talked about it many times. It's one of the big coins that we like to bring up on, on Token Metrics. So look, we got to break back above this to remain bullish. This is what we're going to look at. Let me do my top-down analysis now on BTC USD. I need it just as much as you. My brain yearns to see the bigger picture. I want to see what's happening in the market. So look, didn't get stopped out too on that. Still somehow in the game, which is pretty insane if you think about it. And that's why I like to keep my stop, somewhere where the 200 SMA may keep me going. But what if that V-shaped recovery is up and you still win? And you could always double down too at one point. I liked that flag last night, but it did not play out, right? We didn't hold support or resistance. It didn't do its thing. We got a little bit of a dippy doodah last night. Market makers tried to push us down. The bears just don't seem like they used to have. They don't have the strength. They're just not drinking their creatine shakes anymore. The bears are weak, man. What's up, bears? You can't push up the weight no more, huh? You just can't get together and short the market anymore, huh? It's against you. How many bears are stuck, lost in time? Any bears here on the channel? Like perma bears? It's okay. You can agree. It's, like any perma bears out there that they can't get out of their bearish tones. It just has to be bearish. And they've missed so much opportunity and you're still not ready to turn, but maybe you just might. Anyone out there? Or is everyone a full-on bull right now? We got no bears at all. Everyone is a full-on, straight, crazy bull going all the way, right? Is that what's going on out here? Is that what I see happening? Market structure is bearish. There's a bear right there. We got a big bear. We got a big old bear. Just agree. Just say it out loud. Perma bear. If you're a perma bear, just admit it. El Captor of Crypto came back and is still calling for sub 12K Bitcoin. That guy's, yeah, he's probably, he's sick. He's sick. So here's the deal. I will get bearish for one reason and one reason only: if we lose this trend line. Trust me, this channel is the channel that shows you exactly what you need to look for in case of a bigger dump. You don't need to read the news. You don't need to worry about what people are telling you. And I mean, right now we could see some dips. I mean, the weekly candle right there, that's a swing failure. We need this weekly candle to close above this wick right here. So it's really important that the weekly gets back above 38,375. We got 3 days and 9 hours to do it. Very, very important. Take some long-term trends on Bitcoin USD. Coinbase. I'm short from 16K. You're funny. Neither. What do the charts convey? Apremem el likey mi gente. I neither bull nor bear, but a reader of the charts. Dump the whole market to zero. Tomorrow we will see. I'm a bull or bear. It's about the chart. Show me. Amen. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. What up, Sammy? How is the wife feeling? Blessings from Miami, sir. Shout out to Tony Rosas. We love you with the energy. God bless you, brother. Cass also did not follow Bitcoin. It's way up more than Bitcoin on the BT. Yeah, I mean, and that's another thing. I don't know. It's like throwing a BTC chart. We'll take a look at that. But it's, yeah, beating up Bitcoin all day long. And Bitcoin was dumping while Cass was pumping last night. The BTC chart, man, taking control. We'll show you BTC pairs too as well. So here's the deal. There's a chance that we do go sideways and maybe make an ascending triangle here. And we still get a massive move to the upside. The length of the pole out of the triangle, that takes us somewhere to 51,500. All right. Even that gives you like May. It says basically at the halving, you'll hit 50K. It's kind of spot on. Is that going to happen for sure? There's no guarantees at all. There's no guarantees at all. Everyone, please join my newsletter. Super important that you join the newsletter. Hit opt-in too so you can get access to all the awesome deals like the Black Friday deal we're going to give to you. If you don't hit opt-in, then you won't get the Black Friday deal. So hit this right now, and what this is going to do is it's going to give you access to our Black Friday deal before everybody else, which is awesome. And it's going to add an additional discount up to 35% off the original price if you jump on into my trading group today. So this is insane. I'm super excited, and I can't wait to see you in there. So please opt in, jump on in, and it's going to be blessings on blessings. I'm a bear for the math. AI going to swap with fake trades and to mix the swap and profit for tax loss harvest in the last month now. But there's no guarantees. It's possible. I'm a bear for the math. Yeah, they could try to tax loss harvest, right? Multi-year parallel channel on Bitcoin, Coinbase monthly, hitting resistance big time. Wow. Anyway, yeah. So look, getting rejected by the 200, we got to get back above that level to remain bullish. Once we do, we're likely going to pump all the way back up to 37,362, kind of right where we were yesterday, and it's going to be business as usual, and everyone's going to look at me like, huh? But again, we have to get back above the zone. Caspa continuing to do damage. I can't believe it. Every time it goes up, I make it look $46,000 Caspa bag. This thing is out of control. If I were to sell it another 15 grand, this coin has been printing money every single night. It's absolutely insane. If you're in my trading group, you know I was all about Caspa. We dedicate like maybe conglomeratively like a 10 to 20 minutes on Caspa every time I'm on the show because I say the word Caspa. We've been talking. If you didn't, my whole trading group, right? If you didn't know that I was all over Caspa, who here knows that Caspa is my favorite bag? Who here thinks that, even if it wasn't my favorite bag, who thinks that's the coin I talk about more than any other coin for the last 7 months, right? I did it with Phantom, I did it with Cake, and I did it again with Caspa, and I told you I was going to do it, baby. I'm able to find the one that matters. I can sniff it out, and then I feel like I'm psychic, man. I can see a coin, and something about the coin will tell me. Bang, bang, bang. Shout out to Rave Song Records in the house. God bless you, brother. Sam, you recommend for a beginner, Mexi or Binance? Mexi is the best place to trade. It'll take the least amount of fees. There's a reason why I talk about Mexi. I like it. It's cool, right? Mexi is fun, but there's a reason why we go over and we talk about Mexi because Mexi is the place to be, all right? Look, futures maintenance can be conducted normal November 19th, so view more because everyone gets up their panties in a bunch, but they're getting a lot of people onboarded. Their servers are going to get overwhelmed. If they don't update the servers at the right time, they're not going to be able to handle the movement. You have to understand this. They can't overpay for the servers because then they're going to have, so they have to kind of figure out how they're going to keep the maintenance. And that's the problem of an exchange. Every exchange is going to have these issues, especially in crypto because they're bombarded. So remember, November 19th, 1 to 1:30 UTC time, there will be, so if you encounter such issues, the impact is expected to last no longer than 5 minutes. We recommend trying again after 5. So during future system upgrade, futures trading can be conducted normally. There may be delay in asset transfer between futures account and spot. You may also receive error notifications when placing orders and notice a temporary delay in the KLAY chart. Please manage your positions and orders in advance to avoid unnecessary losses. This is something that you have to understand It happens to every exchange as they grow, and they're telling you exactly what's happening, all right? 0 spot maker and taker fees, 0% future fees. That means when you buy spot, you pay nothing. I just paid 0 fees when I bought that Bitcoin. I mean, if I bought $5,000 worth of Bitcoin anywhere else, 10, 20, 30, 50, 60, sometimes 100, $500 at Binance US. Yeah, if you didn't use the actual exchange and you just hit the buy button, $500 they charge me, and they add $120 to the price. Here you're going to get the exact price and you're going to pay no fees. It's just no brainer. Even at 0.2%, that is still most other exchanges 0.06, 0.07. I've seen 0.08. This is so much lower than all the other exchanges in the game. I highly suggest you at least check it out. Also, their futures trading is just bar none the best. Like, there's nothing better than their futures trading. It is insane. So jump on into Mexi today. Right here, look. The way their futures works, it's just really nice. It's really, really nice. Okay? You can move you can move everything up and down. You can control everything. I just absolutely love their futures account. It's the best. It operates super fast. The setup is amazing, and it's award-winning too. They are award-winning future account, man. They really are. So, bang, bang, bang. Bitcoin, can it get the bounce and complete the move? The hidden bullish divergence says we will make a high above this high, and this is a buy the dip opportunity. Anything below 40K to me is a absolute steal, and I'm sticking to it. Remember, we know what's going to happen. We got to watch this. Well, we got rejected by the 200. See, people stole. We got to be able to make a move back above that to remain bullish. If we consistently can't get above this, we're going to be in some type of bear flag like this, and this could continue further to the downside. You got to be open-minded to both things. That measured move takes you all the way back down to 36,188. All right? 36,188. So that's a level that we're going to have to watch. But at the same time, we're in this channel. Up, down, up, down, up, down. I still see the inverted head and shoulder. Okay? Previous support becomes resistance. Previous resistance becomes support. You can see right here we have some support because we bounced. Bounce, bounce. Resistance, resistance, resistance. Flipped it. Let's see if Bitcoin can stay above that SR flip. The level we're going to watch there is 36,765. If you're in a short or a long and you're just kind of sweating the price action, take a deep breath and get the information from me. The more information you have, the less fear you will have. Stay out of fear and stay focused every single day, baby. Who doesn't need more Caspa, baby? Who doesn't need more Caspa? And I can't wait to show you the Caspa chart. It is out of control. I also gave the call for Caspa last night in the trading group. I gave the call 2 days ago. I said I'm going all in on the daily, and things absolutely ripped to the upside. Another daily newsletter, man. These newsletters are absolutely insane. Let me just show you what you would get if you jumped on into a newsletter because, you don't know. But they're absolutely insane. Welcome to the week 12. The bear market is over. Harnessing the vitality, the triad of physical wellness, positive mindset, and trading mastery, right? Making sure that you're working out, creating creativity augmentation. Physical movement can spark creativity by fostering neural interconnections. This cerebral rejuvenation can pave the way for innovative trading strategies and nuanced comprehension of market dynamics. So many nuances in the world. I remember when I first used the word nuance. I was talking about colors, a nuance of blue, red, or different colors of blue are nuances. You know what I mean? I love that word. As we stride into the week, I encourage you to ruminate on the intertwined relationship between physical and trading fitness. How can consistent exercise regime amplify your trading efficiency in trading? Unveiling the market pulse, the quintessence volume of analysis and trading, understanding how to look at volume in trading. I mean, there's just so much information here that will blow your mind. If you're not ready, I'm telling you right now, my newsletter will blow your mind. It's full of so much information. It's unbelievable. All right? It's unbelievable. Okay. Yeah, we kind of seem to be losing this channel. All right. All your models are destroyed, completely devastated. Bitcoin going to the moon. Michael Saylor. I love it. Caspa to the moon. Caspa community is absolutely unstoppable. Have not seen a community as big with Caspa since the XRP army. Amen. And I'm going to don myself as the Caspa king. You know what I mean? If Ben gets to be the Solana, Sultan of Solana or whatever it is, right? I'm the Caspa king, man. Straight up. Straight up. I talked about Caspa more than any other YouTuber. I brought it up more than any other YouTuber because I went live every single day. It was Caspa, 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 and more Caspa. I was eating Caspa for breakfast. I'm going to say it. I'm the Caspa king. It has been my thing for over a year. We dedicated a few minutes or more to Caspa every stream. Let's go. Hey, bro, just seeking some clarity for complete transparency. Are you receiving any from Casta? No. You just got the wrong coin, dude. Caspa. No, and Caspa has never paid me. I don't know the team. I have no connection to them. I promise on my entire life and everyone's life here, I have no connection to Caspa whatsoever. I would love it. I mean, I can't believe they haven't reached out to me. You think they would have by now, but they never have. I don't know anything you don't know. Just say it well. Funny, right? So I'm just really good at picking coins. Caspa is part of my legacy. I picked out Cake. No one paid me to pick out Cake. I picked out Phantom. Heck, I picked up Bitcoin when it was $3,000. No one paid me for that. I called 20K before it happened. No one paid me for that. I'm a technical analyst. It's funny. People think there's so many shills out there. People can't believe there's no shills. And I even said, I wrote a statement. I do not shill. All right? I do not shill for any reason at all. Okay? You can't pay me, So just be ready, man. But I don't chill for any reason. I don't need to. My trading group does so well. So many people just change their lives with what I teach them that I don't. Shilling actually would hurt my business because people are like, oh, that's not the Sam that we know. So, you know what I mean? So shilling would hurt my business. It's something that I don't do. I don't need it. I don't need. Other YouTubers have to do it. They don't have a choice. They don't make enough revenue on their own. I have a beautiful skill that people come here to watch, so I do not have to shill. That's the beautiful thing of what I do. All right? And look, there it did. It broke to the downside. You could not get above the 200 SMA. And there you go. And now we're losing the 200 SMA too as well. And I thought, you know what I mean? I tethered up because, I was like, man, all coins will probably take a bit of a hit. Let's see where we're going to go, and we'll figure this out right now. And Bitcoin goes to 36,570, and we got rejected. You could not get above the 200 SMA. Remember I said this looks like a bear flag. Measured move further down, and look, they took it down. However, as long as you don't go lower than this low, they're just liquidating people. You know what I mean? If you're in fear, if you're freaking out, if you don't have a long-term plan, then this is going to bother you. But if you've been building bags like we have, like we're still up on Caspa so ridiculously. Like they can dump. And honestly, where's Bitcoin? When Bitcoin dumps, where's it going? They're buying coins, man. Look at this nasty dump to the downside, though. And everyone thinks it has to be news. It has to be a reason. No reason. Look, it's a bear flag breaking to the downside. To me, everything happens the way technical analysis is supposed to happen. Inverted head and shoulder broke out. We could not flip the 200 SMA. If we flipped that, we would have went the other way. We couldn't flip it. So then I said, man, that looks like a bear flag if you can't get above the zone. Measured move takes you down to 36,200, and we just took a nasty dump all the way down to 36,380. 4 hour losing the 50 EMA, yep. Pull out before Bitcoin gets pregnant. Too late. You need the Caspa emoji now. I know, right? If Sam is the Caspa commander, then Burke needs to be the Caspa colonel, right? Amen. I got my lieutenants. I got my colonels. I got everybody in the game, all right? Well, look, there's a nasty dump too as well. Somewhat of a double bottom here, if it can hold with these wicks. I'm not a fan of what's happening right now. I got to do my top-down analysis, and then we'll get to it. But right now, the weekly doesn't look amazing. We broke that down. The weekly's going to have to surpass that level. If you can't get back above 38,000, expect more downside. And we could go all the way to 10K. We have to be open-minded that Bitcoin could do anything, Otherwise, we're not going to be ready for the dips, too. You know what I mean? Anything below 40K to me is a steal. 16K, 17K, 19K. Also, the weekly, look, the weekly is extremely overbought. These are some signs that, we do have to take into account. Excuse me. RSI is coming to the downside too as well, so it's not all love. It's not all great. I'll tell you that right now. 8 hours a little high. The one thing that we got going is the 5-day above the 200. If we lose the 200 SMA on the 5-day chart and we lose this trend line, then you'll see me turn a lot more bearish. The second we go here and we bearishly retest, I'll be calling for a short somewhere here. However, that looks like it'll make a bearish div. Hidden bullish div. So look, we're looking for something like this. And we're going to see hidden bullish divergence, possibly on the 5-day chart. This could take 20 days, 30 days, a nice slow retracement. I'm not saying that's going to happen. But if we lose this trend line, but look, even then, boom, for the hidden bullish divergence and then the bounce. So there's a chance that this is what I see happening for Bitcoin. It makes a lot of sense. But we'll have to lose this trend line first, and we'll have to lose the 5-day 200 SMA. So if you keep these two things up, you're going to be really in control of the chart because you're going to understand what's happening. People won't be able to tell you how bearish things are because you're going to be able to see it before it happens, okay? So just remember that. If you keep this 5-day chart up on a screen and remind yourself in the morning and at night, and everyone goes, oh, we're going to the downside, we're doing all this, you're going to be like, well, until we lose the 200 SMA on the 5-day and until we lose this trend line, everything is okay. So take a deep breath. Don't listen to the news. Don't get too excited about things that you can't control, okay? Now, look, the 3-day chart, my go-to, away from the 21-day moving average. Price has to come back to that. It would suggest that we would start to make a falling wedge and come and kiss the 21. Whenever price stays this far away from the 21 for so long, it usually has to come back. Look at the huge pump, has to come back down. Huge pump, has to come back down. It wouldn't be insane to me. You know, I studied this. The price action would do something like this. Lose the 21, come and get the bounce. Then we'd have a beautiful falling wedge flag. And that would just really be a bear flag, a bull flag on a bigger time frame with a $45,000 500 target. So, hey, what goes up must come down. You can't stay up forever. Take a deep breath, you know, pack your long-term bag, stay situated, and everything will make sense. You know what I mean? Don't get overextended on yourself. Take deep breaths, and everything's going to be fine. I'm telling you, everything's going to be fine. And we're going to be able to short or long no matter what. It doesn't matter, baby. It doesn't matter. Short printing. Bull starts in January, February. You got till then to add to your coin pouch. So funny. Gold in this Joe Crest market, in my opinion. 1010 UFO rec. Wow. TRAC. CASPA announced futures on Binance on the 17th. Wow. Is the ticker CAS for CASPA on MEXC? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Not going to be fused with CASTA. CASTA is, to me, I wouldn't touch that coin with a 10-foot pole. You know what I mean? Looks pretty weird to me. But again, I don't want to be rude, but it looks pretty shady to me. So look, this is also bearish div on the daily. A strong set of bearish div. But however, you could say this. The bearish div broke out. Then we popped back out. Now we're starting to channel. So here's another thing. Until the daily loses this trend line, I'm still bullish too as well. The second the daily loses that trend line, you will see me change my tune. All right? The daily's touching the 21. We got a beautiful pump up, beautiful pump down. They're just playing shenanigans now, going after the longs and the shorts. Guys, they are liquidating everybody that thinks they can 100x leverage trade. There's a lot of new people in the game now who think they know how to trade, and they don't, and they're going to get absolutely rocked. Look, this is a bullish divergence right here. You know that, we see that all the time, but look at them just absolutely, look at cascading. These are liquidations. This is BOOKMAP. Link in the description below to BOOKMAP, all right? You won't get a less expensive subscription anywhere else, and they're going to do probably a big Black Friday sale too, so I would jump on into my link, jump on into BOOKMAP. It shows us where the liquidity is. Last night, it said there was liquidity to the downside. That's where the most liquidity was. That's where we went. Still a big order right here at 37,000, and we're kind of bouncing. I wouldn't be surprised if we bounce right back up and just liquidate on both sides. Yesterday, they just did a massive liquidation. Look, here they liquidated a bunch of longs, shorts, then they liquidated a bunch of longs. People are getting liquidated on both sides of the field, left and right. Be careful. I'm still good in my futures account, and I'll teach you how to do that. It's in and out, baby. I made $250 yesterday in literally under 30 seconds. Both trades took 30 seconds. Fine, it took like a minute and a half, maybe with execution. I was just making a video for the trading group, and next thing you know, I was like, I'll jump in here. I was up literally $150 in literally 25 seconds. I couldn't believe it. I caught a short liquidation the second I got in. All right, you get a liquidation and you get a liquidation. Yeah, exactly. I can teach you how not to get liquidated by using proper support and resistance. It's very, very important. All right. So look, now, do we have another bullish divergence? That's what we need to see. Not really. That's still swinging down while that swings down too. You don't want these to match. You really want them to be basically opposite. This is what bullish divergence would be. All right. I'll swing it from here. And it's a slight bullish. Like, that's not as sharp, but it's not, I want this. I want price action to be trending up while Bitcoin's trending to the upside. That's what I'm looking for Bitcoin, right? So the inverted head and shoulder got us, but look, and I'm super awesome to teach you. You should have been watching the 1 minute 200 SMA if you were in a long. The second you knew we didn't get above it, I would start to raise my stop loss. You would have been able to take advantage of this move to the upside, maybe even switch short. Then I drew this and I said, if we lose this trend line, it's a bear flag. I even drew you where it was going to go, which is 36,191. And we went right down to 36,276. So shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. 1,580 people, 500 people. Yeah, 1,058 people, 379 likes, $33 in chat revenue. Thank you for jumping on into the best show on earth. When crypto rips, CAS will explode. I'm up. In my market, I don't even know what he's saying. I can't read that, man. Viewer count is bullish. Shout out to Robert Vermouth. You've been here for a long time, Robbie. You remember me when I just started. So let's finish our top-down analysis. We're still possibly in the Livermore cylinder. If I don't hit R accidentally and bring up my AMD, we're still possibly in a Livermore cylinder. Okay? I'm not bearish until we break this trend line to the downside right here. And I'm not bearish until I break the bigger trend line. You see this? So until this line breaks, I still see this as a Livermore cylinder. And that is a broadening rising wedge. Now, rising wedges are bearish, I'll tell you that. So you want to look at this. And you're like, but you said it's a Livermore cylinder. Well, he's kind of like special, man. He saw things a lot of other people didn't see. A lot of people won't tell you about the Livermore cylinder. But this is a broadening rising wedge. All right. What is an ascending broadening wedge, right? We'll show it to you now. An ascending broadening wedge. An ascending broadening wedge for the images. And so here it is right here, see? And it does usually break to the downside most of the time, all right? It's a rising wedge nonetheless, just like this, see? And it'll break down. So we're looking at something like this starting to form for Bitcoin, all right? And that's kind of what you're looking for there. That could definitely happen. So ascending broadening wedge could definitely knock us off our socks, baby. And, you know, I'm here to just kind of show you all the different things. And that still could be a Livermore cylinder like this. See this? We could bounce here and continue to the upside. It doesn't mean it's all bad, but you know, we got to pay attention. But that's the pattern that we're in. If you wanted to show someone or you wanted to act knowledgeable, that's basically the pattern that we're in. An ascending broadening wedge, possibly a Jesse Livermore cylinder. Who wants to hear my Cadillac story? I'll tell it later on. It's actually pretty insane. How the Cadillac beat me up. How did my car beat the hell out of me? We're going to talk about it later on in a second. My brand new car beat me. It beat me, dude. No, I'm seriously, it whooped me. Casper futures on Binance just announced. Let's take a look at Twitter and go to Casper because they would be saying it. Follow me on Twitter at CryptoLifer33. I'd greatly appreciate it. What did you do during the coronavirus, Dad? Bought more Bitcoin. Legend. Is this you know, I was on this is gonna be crazy, right? But is this saying that I'm going to have a son? Could I have a son? You never know, right? You never know. I guess every man yearns for a son, right? I mean, it's part of our makeup. But it doesn't mean I'm going to be upset if I have a daughter, man. I'm going to be super excited. Super excited. Let's take a look at the Casper team. Casper currency, that's them right there, right? Incoming futures will launch USD MCAS perpetual on Binance, dude. That's huge. Oh my God, they're going. And then there'll be spot. But look, they want to get all the futures market first, right? What an awesome community. They don't want anyone to be able to trade spot and send their Casper there and sell. They want people just to make money, you know? It's fully integrated on Uphold, too, 18 hours ago. That's a big deal that you could get it on Uphold. It's a really big deal. The campaign looks great. CoinPal.io. I mean, Casper just continues to do damage. A Tor protocol, something we're going to talk about later on today, too. A coin that's on my radar. And break it down. Casper holding 13.9, the high of 14. All-time highs almost every day. And look, Vera Wallet. Casper's in there, too. I got the Tangem wallet for Casper. They even have another version of it I've heard now, but this is the Tangem wallet for Casper. Get yours today, okay? Wow, the Tangem wallet, pretty awesome. And that's where you can hold your Casper long term so you don't swing it anymore and want to sell it. You'll keep it off the exchange, right where it's supposed to be, nice and safe. Look, Casper has the capacity to replace Visa, a threat for merchants and buyers in the unfamiliar realm of payment processing. Unbelievable. Your digital currency for your everyday life. Great comparison, Fish Tuna. Dude, Casper's going to... Casper was the... Bitcoin was the Casper testnet. It really was, man. Casper's proof of work, too. I'm old school. There's a lot of reasons why I gravitated to Casper at the very beginning. Number one, I was raised by an older man, so I'm old school. When I'm old school, I don't like proof of stake that much as proof of work. I'm sorry. I just don't. Like, I'm not into it. Oh, it saves all this. Dude, you need the security of proof of work, in my humble opinion. Like, it's super important. All right? So let's get back into Bitcoin and break it down. Shout out to the 1,096 people here on the live. And if you were with me, you would have been into Casper so early. Again, maybe not. All right, because I'm not a financial advisor, and nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. But you're in a rising, broadening wedge. If this does break out, it could take you to 48,000. I'm not saying it's going to happen. If it breaks down, we already know. We're going to lose this trend line. We're going to drop to 31,007. Then we're going to lose that, and we're going to drop to the bottom of the bigger pattern. So we can see exactly what's going to happen. There's really not a lot of mystery here. We lose this level, we bearishly retest, we drop down here. We lose that, we drop down here. Then we lose this, we're going here. So you can see these are the key levels of support or resistance that we're watching. 29.5, 31,009, and we could go all the way to 24,000. Do we break these previous big support regions? It's highly unlikely, but anything is possible in trading. You must be open-minded that you don't know it all and that anything is humanly possible. Once you know anything is possible, then Casper can go to the moon too. So you can't moon coins. If you don't think anything's possible, then you won't believe in your bags either. You know, you got to believe in your bag. You got to think that anything could happen. So yeah. Now, bearish dip on the daily does suggest that we go lower. When the 21 curves like this, once you lose the 21, you're going to drop to the 50. It's looking very likely we're going to 31,980. I'll tell you that right now. It's looking very nice, you know. It's looking very, very likely that we're about to go boom. You know what I mean? But again, we're going to have to lose this trend line first in order to remain bullish or bearish. And I can actually change the trend line a little bit. The weekly's hard, but on the daily, it's something like this, right? I want to match it. Let me match up the line. Now I got to go a little, yeah, it's something like that, I guess. Oh, you could say it broke out. Yeah, that's what I was doing. That's what I used to do. I aligned it like so. Yeah, align. We broke out, came back. Resistance, right? Spidey senses for, oh shit, at the moment. ETH is just getting beat this run. Bear feels happy. My next one is XNA. Maybe I'll do a super chat on that one next. Now, you already talked about it, and you showed me how to get in, and I wanted to start getting in. You know what I mean? And I opened up an account at that weird place just to buy it, but I forgot. So thank you for reminding me. I definitely wanted to put a few grand into NXA. It was on my radar. Again, don't do anything I do. I'm a speculative investor that looks at all different ways to make gains. I'm an opportunist, but I'm also really locked into my technical analysis. I stay disciplined every single day of my life, baby. I love you all. Shout out to the 1,100 souls on the live, 400 likes on the like. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. If I came to your house, I would definitely hit the like button. I'd do the right thing. Respect me, please, as I respect you. I dress nicely for you every day so you don't see a guy just hanging out. You know what I mean? You realize that I come here to get it done. Man, I got liquidated. Massive squeeze down, maybe to 35,400 for Bitcoin. You never know. We're gonna break down the smaller time frames in a second. We're gonna get to the 30-second. We see a pretty strong divergence. There's a chance we just V-shaped recovery all the way back up to 37K. You have to realize that this is possible. Everyone, all the new people here, I'm doing a Black Friday sale. And when I have so many people here, I gotta talk about it. And how you join the sale, the best way is to join my newsletter. All right, my newsletter is going to give you access to the sale before everybody else, and it's going to give you an additional discount. I highly suggest you jump on into the newsletter. It'll blow your mind. I got a newsletter right here, and if my newsletter doesn't change the way you feel about your life, doesn't make it happen, then I don't know what will. All right, I really don't know what will. So, God bless each and every one of you for being here. Thank you for jumping on in, and I appreciate you all for being a part of the live stream. But if you really want to take advantage of the gains, and you see us making gains every day, if you're FOMOing in for the crypto lifers, like you're FOMOing for a coin, which you should be, you definitely want to be with the lifers. If you look at the gains in the lifer community, it is insane. Like I've never seen anything like it. YGG I put out, banging on them for 85% gains. Caspa for 41%. I put it out last night on the daily on 11/14. I said, this thing's about to blow on the daily. I called this for my trading group. Gave the exact calls, and I even said I'm going all in right here. And I showed my money. I said I showed exactly what I was doing, and I was adamant about it. This is the first gain, and then it continued. It went up 27 and then continued to go. We had the accurate call yesterday when Bitcoin V-shaped recovery right back off the move on the 15th. Bang, right? The dip happened. I was able to call that V-shaped recovery back to the upside. Yesterday, the entire trading group made massive gains. It was insane. One of the greatest days in the trading group ever, in my humble opinion. I saw so many people getting it in. Just absolutely getting it in. And if we take a look here too, one thing I want to show you is people can post their lifer gains, and the gains were insane. Like, look at this. Like, there's just 134%. And this guy look at this. I mean, he hit 68, 475, 631, 23, 114, 44, 196, 944, 26. This is just, oh, this guy, look at this. Reggie Classic D Gentleman. Love that. 151. Look. And then people are also making some severe gains. They'll show their real gains in the other part, but People making 21 grand, 31,000, 10,000. Someone said they 45x their portfolio. 30-day P&L up $1,000, 675% on the gain. 346%, 157%, 57%. I mean, this is insane. All from 11-6 and on. 10 days of just absolute insanity. I would highly, and again, it's not even about the gains. Forget that. It's about the education. I want to see you get an education that you deserve, because you really do deserve it. Let's take a look at our daily. In our daily, we move this down here. Look, previous support becomes resistance. There's your resistance. There's your wick. There's a chance the daily just bounces off this. And I'm not closed-minded to the fact that we could be doing an ascending triangle here too. All right. So you got to stay open-minded. You can't be fully bearish or fully bullish. You got to be open-minded and play it one step at a time. All right. Let's move down into the 22-hour time frame. Oversold, but with that curve. Whenever I get a curve like that, not a great sign, and definitely bearish divergence. But you can also say, there's the bearish div. It played out. It hit resistance. It came back up again. And now, and then you got another section of bearish div now, though. Like, that's bearish div 2 again. Swing up. Yeah, and that's another set of bearish div. And it's almost an M pattern, with just a higher M. Uneven Sam Bankman-Fried boo pattern, if you want to call it, if you know what I'm talking about. Let's take a look at the 4-hour time frame. And he got in my head there, man. Good job, Jason. I like that. Also, you want to pull a Fibonacci. And you can see that we could come back down to the 786 fib, which would be a wick right down to this area. But I mean, so far, so good here. You can see bounce, resistance, flip, bounce. There's a chance that the 4-hour flips and curls here, and we still get our move back to the upside and things go on as normal. You got a bit of a trend here too, Foreman. And that could be a rising wedge that breaks to the upside. I know I'm being could also break to the downside, more likely to break down. But just want to show you, some of the weird, things that other people aren't seeing. I'd like to see it come down to the 618 and the 786 too. That would be a beautiful retracement. Right now, you're hugging the 0.5 Fibonacci level. All right. And look at that. Bitcoin back to 36.5. Faster than you could believe, right? You didn't think that was going to happen, did you? Nope. A lot of people got super bearish right there. Also, I'm telling you, there's a 90% chance we're going to break to the upside today. Why? Hidden bullish divergence is the strongest indicator I know, man. It's amazing. And I really got to, if I take from this knot to this knot, I guess you could say it's from here to here and there's no divergence, but I believe that's slight hidden bullish. I've backtested this before, and whenever I get this rounded stochastic, tells me that we could get a bit of a bounce here. And so then I put this in a falling wedge. And it's actually, remember, it's in that wedge that I talked about yesterday, how it broke out and broke back inside. It's doing that exact same pattern that it did yesterday. Remember, I called this out. And I know you don't believe me, but this is a really weird thing that I do that no one else does. This is still the same pattern. Look, it broke out, broke back inside, and it pumped with the hidden bullish. It's doing a micro of that exact idea here. And it's still inside a falling wedge with oversold. So I have to take the 1 hour at face value. I know the other time frames don't look amazing, but the 1 hour does suggest we could get a break to the upside. We had the bullish divergence already in the 1, okay? And now we're going to start getting into the smaller time frames. We're going to really break it down. So look, you now know to watch the 5-day chart and the 200 SMA. You now know to watch that weekly diagonal trend line. If you lose that, you know the key levels that you're going to wait for. I've already given it to you. You can go back in time and check it. You're situated and you're ready to go. You know how to short this market in case it goes against you, all right? But yet you're also seeing a different scenario idea here in case it does what the masses don't think. Now, everyone's going to short. Most people are going to get short. They're going to flip them bearish real quick. I'm open-minded. I'm not bearish or bullish, right? I'm either way. I'm an opportunist. I'll take the market however the market gives me, whatever the market gives me. And you don't have to be as wacky as me. You could also say it's in the falling broadening wedge, okay? We call these a descending broadening channel, a descending falling broadening channel, and this could break up to the upside too as well. I've seen these patterns break out many times in my life. It wouldn't have been the first time. The upside down bugle, the upside down megaphone, all right? A descending broadening wedge, all right? Now also, we could be Adam and Eve here. Just want to, what if that's your Adam and you make some type of slanted Eve to the upside? I'm not saying that's guaranteed. I just want to be open-minded for you and give you some possible brainstorm ideas here that other people just may never see. All right? Okay. Our measured move up there is 39,190. And thank you for everyone that helps run the stream. Thank you to my team. Thank you to Sean. Thank you to Jamie. Thank you to Love Learning. I'm so grateful for everyone, the Coachy Coker, man, and all your hard work on the newsletter and my whole team and everybody that's going to make this huge November sale a blast. We are all working really, really hard. My entire trading group, even my wife up there pregnant, is on the computer left and right. God bless everybody that helps the lifer Sam Price do his thing, man. You people are all amazing. Everyone that comes to the stream, everyone that leaves a comment. I have so much gratitude for each and every one of you every single day of my life. So look, I'm going to get rid of some of the lines here because it's a bit much. But I want you to understand what's happening and break it down. They also keep toying with the 200 SMA. They keep bringing it below it and back above it, below it, back above it. I do know that bearish tones come when you lose the 200 SMA. It's not a good sign. So today, if we close a candle below the 200 SMA, if we never get back above it, expect more downside. That's going to be trouble. We have to break a candle back above the 200 SMA to remain bullish. Super, super important. We do see some orders at 37K, which tells me we can get all the way back up to 37,000. There is a sell order up there. Call my name. However, we still have this lower liquidity, but we ate into it pretty well. Doesn't mean we can't go back, but I mean, we you know. And the bulls bought it up pretty nice. You have to remember how many people were on the sidelines that were told they were going to get 25K, 10K, you know, and they never got it. And they're sour. And now they're just like, you know what? I'm just going to buy anytime it's a red day. And so every time Bitcoin takes a bit of a hit, there's definitely a bunch of people out there buying it up. Look, I bought $2,500 and I'm not the first, I'm not the only guy. And if you compile that by a lot of people, Fear and Greed Index at 70, even after our struggle in the last two dumps lately, I guess it's like the overall market, like the altcoins and everything else. All right. But Bitcoin getting a nice recovery here. And now we're going to get into the smaller time frames. Let's see if I can find a bit of a trade here in our favor. 15-minute has beautiful bullish divergence too. It's a really strong one. Like we don't even have to, usually sometimes we have to go to a smaller time frame to see it this good. That's a nice bullish divvy. Let's see if the 15-minute can get back above the 200 SMA, start a pump, and that could be how we actually start making bacon on the beach, baby. We see this right shoulder, this head, possible right shoulder too that could break us up to the upside. I'm just building it before it happens. I'm not guaranteeing any of these things, all right? I'm just able to see a lot of stuff before it happens. There's a chance it could. I saw that bear flag before it happened, didn't I? And then next thing you know, we did take a dump. So keep your eyes on the prize, baby. Keep your eyes on the prize, man. And remember, I'm a guy who's been in risk for, I started trading 15 years ago. I've been in risk for a long time. I put myself in heavy risk, and I eventually, like if you live a cushy life where you get a job, you don't do investing, and you just kind of do the same thing all the time, then when you do one or two investments, you're going to be like freaked out, right? It's just going to kind of give you a lot of anxiety. But when, like me, I started in risk, and I stayed in risk, and I just been in risk for a long time. So I swim in risk. I'm like a guy that likes to go swimming with the sharks, and like I somehow continuously have limbs. You know what I mean? I shouldn't be here. I should have gotten washed out and liquidated a long time ago. I should have chased, futures trading. Instead, I stayed on spot. I owe it all to my grandfather and my father. My grandfather was a bricklayer. My father was an iron worker. All right? They both worked 7 days a week at one point. That's why I work 7 days a week. My grandfather used to wear a suit and tie to work as a bricklayer. He did. He would take it off in like the work, the work trailer or whatever in the workroom. He'd put on an apron and he'd work, roll up his sleeves, put on a coat, work coat, whatever. But then on his way home, he would put back on a suit jacket. My dad told me the story. He's like, your grandfather was always dressed impeccably. And I got a picture of him somewhere, and you can see he looks like freaking Humphrey Bogart, dressed to impress. I'm going to find a picture of my grandfather, Harold Price, baby. And my dad, James, and I'm Samuel James Price. I carry the family name. I got to put down I see hey, Sean, could you send me my dad's my dad's dove? I had a dove for my dad on my channel every day. My dad died in May. He was 76 years old. He told me he loved me every day of my life. He called me every day and told me how much he cared about me. He was hard on me. It wasn't always easy. I'll be honest. He was a tough old man, but he was a great old man. And I love my dad with all my heart, man. And he was awesome. He was funny. He was intricate. He was interesting. He would talk to everybody in the bar, in the restaurant. He tipped so well. He felt bad for anyone that had a hard time, and he really had compassion for people that worked hard. He loved the carpenters. He loved the workers. You know what I mean? Iron workers, construction workers, cab drivers, and naming everyone, bus drivers. He always told me to respect everybody out there no matter what. He taught me how to love. He taught me how to push forward every single day, and he taught me the key lessons of life that really bring me out to you guys every day, And the reason why we succeed in the trading group is due to my father. We owe it all to my dad. I'm telling you, every one of you in my trading group, if you've made gains, if you've changed your life, you owe it to my dad. I'm telling you, because he forged me into steel, man. He forged me, He forged me into a weapon You know what I mean? A beautiful weapon. Let's say, I don't even want to say the word weapon, but he forged me into a powerful force of love. How's that? That's even better, right? A powerful force of love that could change the world, man. And thank God for everything my dad gave me, because without that, I wouldn't be here with each and every one of you. So remember, we're hoping for the right shoulder, the head, and we're hoping for some type of ascending triangle here to be made. Again, we could easily jump, but we're still below the 200 SMA on the 15-minute. Not a good sign. We're going to have to go to smaller time frames now and look for a flag. Really good bullish div here on the 7. Suggests that we are going to get a pump at least to this next level. So I'm suggesting a bounce is coming here. This is really nice bullish div. I wouldn't be surprised if we liquidated just a bunch of people and ripped to the upside. I'm telling you, it takes guts to buy the dip. Not everybody can do it. And then you look back, oh, that was the time to buy. And again, I'm not saying to buy the dip. You do whatever makes you happy. I'm just saying, like yesterday, it took guts to buy down there before the pump. It takes conviction. But that's the thing. Once you have a plan and you're really stuck on your ways, you're ready to rock. I mean, and there's still gains to be had today. So let's see what happened. We lost this smaller time frame here on MEXC. Came down, almost hit our target. Now we're making another bit of a bear flag here. Not a good sign. We're going to look at that. So let's move on into the 1 minute time frame. So I took you from the weekly, right, to the 5-day, to the 3-day, to the daily, to the 22, to the 4, to the 1, to the 15, to the 7, and now we're here on the 1 minute time frame. I mean, we have the Sammy Cup in handy, don't we? And I know this is, the Sammy Cup in handy, baby. A bit of a cup and handle beginning to form here on the 1 minute time frame. You know what happens when we get into those cup and handies? They blast to the upside. Who wants to see me trade this cup and handle because I'm Sammy Cup and handy? All right. Looks like we're going to get the bounce back to the upside to the 200 SMA. That is the same thing that just happened there. Again, we have a resistance that we'd have to break back above to remain bullish. Makes me kind of want to jump on in. You know what I mean? Makes me a little excitable. Heavy volatility. It is a Thursday. Look, that could be a shoulder, head, and a right shoulder there too. I'm not in love with that. But look at that candle starting to form. That is definitely a cup and handle. Sometimes I use the arc. Sometimes I use the bowl. It all depends. The bowl's a little better. I think it does it better. So you go here and you just grab the curve, actually, yeah. And then you swing it down. Yeah, curve is not, because you can swing the curve to your favor. That looks like it's about to blast to the upside. I'm telling you right now, that's a Samuel Cup and handle on the 1 minute time frame. I would be surprised if we don't pump right now up to this 200 SMA. All right. I always use proper risk management whenever I enter a trade. You should too. You should always have your trade mapped out. If you're aping in all the time off emotion and you don't have time to set the trade up, then you didn't do it correctly. Like, you got to have time to set the trade up. Like right now, if I just aped in with Levy, like, oh, I got to get in right now. If it's not your time, you never have to be in a rush in life. If God has planned what he has planned for you, you don't have to rush to get there. It's going to happen no matter what. Like, my channel was going to blow up whether I wanted it to, I believed in it, I wanted it, but this was God's plan. Like, I was going to become the crypto lifer. This was God's plan. Like, I didn't know. The other day, I remember when I took a pee in the Cadillac dealership, I sat there and I looked in the mirror. I was about to drive out of the dealership and I was like, dude, I said, man, this is God's plan. I was like, I made a lot of plans. I was like, I'm really happy that God had the same ones as me or helped me out with my own plans. So God bless God. God bless God, yeah. But God bless you, everyone that believes in God. And thank you, God, for everything you've given me in this life. I'll continue to talk about your name every single day. 1,000 people here, I'm going to mention your name no matter what. Every single time, So I can list 74 to gain 149 on the trade. And then we're going to take it. We're going to see if these shorts get freaked out. And we're going to see if we can get this pump to the upside. It's very high risk. Just be careful. But a lot of times we get pinned in the Stokes and we flatten these shorts. So I'm looking for a short squeeze coming in at about 11.16. This is when we get the short squeeze because they got a bunch of people to go long, to go short. Now they got stop losses above us with liquidity. So usually they're going to go grab that liquidity. I just want them to grab that little bit of liquidity here out of this cup and handle to the upside. Okay? There's a chance I'm wrong, 100%. I'm not always right. I just want to make that clear. And this could be an ascending triangle that could eventually break to the downside. They're 50-50 patterns. But it's the ascending triangle every single time. Every single time. Okay? And I set my limit orders too, so that if I hit, I hit, you know? I want this top to get negated too, so it doesn't look like a head and shoulder pattern. Looks like it's starting to get a little too high to be a shoulder, but you never know. That could wick down, then we could turn, and then you got a shoulder head and a right shoulder. High risk for sure. I'm taking a very high risk trade on a low liquidity Thursday afternoon. Slightly, it's probably not anymore. Trade is already in the money to the upside, right? Trade is already in the money there. Okay. We'll see what happens. And there's a live trade. I made a live trade here on MEXC. Once I start to break up, I can raise my stop loss to break even. I just want us to get to the 200 SMA, and then I am out. I like to sell a partial there and see if it can continue to run. And I'm expecting 2 or 3, in the next 5 to 10 minutes, I'm expecting some fire candles to boom all the way up to this 200 SMA. I see it happen many, many times. This is a strategy that I've used over and over and over again on the channel in front of you guys. I teach it over and over again. I use moving averages. Every time you get pulled away from the 21, you pump to it. Then usually you get pumped all the way up to the 200 SMA. I'm not a huge fan of the slanted 200. Really, that could be a problem too. I like when things have kind of tilted a little more laterally, but it doesn't mean we can't still get the move to the upside. So far, so good on the trade. It's actually up, right, from our entry. It's actually doing pretty nice right now, okay? And I have a long-term trade too that's underwater, but I'm not getting rid of it yet, so don't worry about that. But look, yeah, that's how you make $20 in 2 seconds, all right? I mean, that's the fastest $20 I've ever made. I mean, actually, that's not true. Yesterday, I made $100 in like in the same amount of time, $150. But there you go. I mean, this is likely to pump up to the 200 SMA. That's a Sammy. This is why they call me Sammy Cup and Hattie. And now we definitely negated the head and shoulder pattern, which is beautiful. And now we just got to get through this resistance. And look, there's a huge gap in price action there. So if we can get above this, I just don't see how we're not going to be able to fly to the upside. Also, I got a bullish order block here and an inefficiency. If you're trading ICT and you know about your inefficiencies, I mean, look at this. These two candles do not close right here. That tells me that we can easily get to that area and fill. So that's a great place to get out. That's my block that I'm going for. And, you know, intense, right? It's intense. I'm trading on MEXC where I can easily look. I can just take my stop loss and move it right there. Look. Boom. And every time I'm up, I can just look. I could already move my stop loss to break even, and there's no way I could lose the trade now. See this? A lot of times I don't do that because it could switch real quick and kick me out. But now I can't lose any money. You know what I mean? And if it goes my way, it goes my way. If it doesn't, I'm all locked in, baby. And there it goes, baby. There it goes. Let's go. Above resistance. Get to that 200 SMA, baby. Get to my order block, baby. Let's go, baby. And I'm in heavy volatility. Most people are freaking out right now. I'm calm, cool, and collected. I'm excited because I like the show, but I'm not excited about the trade. If I lose the trade, if I win the trade, now I can't even lose the trade. The worst that can happen is I get stopped out of break even. Worst thing that can happen. And that's why I like MEXC, the usability, the use case, the ease of use. It's really, really nice. And it makes sense to me. And here we go. Let's raise that level of intensity. And here you're going to see me make live trades on the channel, teaching you simple strategies. This is why they call me Sammy Cup and Hattie to the upside, baby. All right? Now we're up $40 on the P&L. You can see it right there. Just trying to get to this order block here, and I'm teaching you this stuff. You know, I have a lot of big long-term bags. There's 36.6, I told you, and now we're getting the short squeeze like I told you were going to happen, right? I called the short squeeze for you yet again here on BOOKMAP. How many times have I done this for you? Every single day I'm here. Sammy did it again. Sammy did it again, staying calm, cool, and collected, baby. And this is what I do. I use the shorts to freak out. Now we're up $53 in the trade, continuing to boom. I just want to get to my order block, baby. Hit my 200 SMA and call it a day. The cup and handle to the upside, banging on them. And I can teach these strategies to you. I use these strategies on the daily, on the 4 hour, on the 5 hour, on the 1 hour. And here come the liquidations, baby. Here come the liquidations. Getting rocked on BOOKMAP. 36,650, baby, to the upside. Let's go! Yes, this is what we're talking about here. Massive, massive move, all right? And you can even keep swinging the stop loss up and down, you know? Now I look for some support or resistance. We got resistance here now. We're going to have to flip this right there. So I put a line there. I want to see us break above this blue line. We could still get rejected here. We could still be making a bear flag. I want the 200 so bad right now. I want that 200 so bad. Can we get it? Now we're getting resistance at this key area of support or resistance. We got to flip this candle bullish. And see, a trade like this, I would even take off. I would take the money now in such a heavy volatile market. You know what I mean? Like that's a closed trade right there. You win the trade. Now it's probably going to continue to pump. I don't care. You know what I mean? I really want to see this bullish order block though. Now I switch to the 1 second and I get real crazy. All right. Now I'm on the 1 second chart. Now you're bouncing off the 200 SMA. See, Bitcoin's doing this right now on the 5 hour and the 1 hour. Okay. We need the Bitcoin to get, we need the Bitcoins. We need Bitcoin to get back above the zone. Now look, hidden bullish divergence. Swing up the swing up. That tells me we should make a high above the high. I don't care how small the time frame is. It reacts just like all the other time frames. Now I can begin to build this idea. And this is how I'm showing you the weekly plays out. I'm showing you, I just showed you this on like the daily time frame, right? If you lose this 200 SMA, you're going to go to the SMMA right here, which is the weighted moving average. If you lose that, I mean, the SMMA. No, it's not weighted because the weighted is, it's the smooth, it's the, I don't even know what we call the SMMA, right? But look, we just lost the 200 SMA there. And now they're going to flip it. And see, that's why I got out of the trade there. I saw resistance. I saw us hit resistance, and it told me to be careful. And we got rejected by the 80-day moving average too as well. Doesn't, I still have faith we're going to hit the 200 SMA, right? But we didn't get to the complete target yet. And we hit resistance. Like, we could not get back above 36.6. Now Bitcoin has a problem at 36,641. Bitcoin seems like it's not going to be able to get back above this level. If it does, we'll be good, right? And if we flip the 200 SMA, everything will change. But for now, we just, we have to heed the fact that we could not get back above that resistance. Previous support, bounce, fell through, resistance. You got to SR flip these levels to remain bullish. Who here was just amazed by what happened? Who here gets excited when we see this, when we do this every single day? Boom. Bro, 200 ticks isn't going down. Black Friday specials coming November 24th to the 27th. Jump on in today. If you're in the live, you're at the right place at the right time. Keep coming back and get the education you deserve. I agree. Now you got to be open-minded. Another bear flag, right? You got to. And if you lose the flag, where are you going? Further to the downside. Look, you're at resistance now. Do we short? I would like to short until we lose this divergence. Then we're likely going to go lower. Okay? Cup and handle still technically in play. And there, like, now you got what's called an ascending cup and handle, right? You got this little flag here. And see what here is the cup kind of moves to the upside. I came up with this term. I never heard it. An ascending cup and handle, like an ascending cup. I'll get rid of this for now. So you're expecting a bounce on the 30-second chart now. The target would take us to 36,779. I'm expecting a bounce all the way up here. Rip through that 200 SMA. Let's go, baby. That's the measured move. That's what it's saying is happening. And we do have some hidden bullish because, look, this is flat. Well, this is to the upside, right? However, now we have to get back above this resistance. You can see how supportive resistance must be identified and must be watched. I don't care how good your indicators are, you must implement supportive resistance. It's super important. Get the education you deserve. This is education. All right? I can show you where the charts are going to go. Look, there's your boom. Now we pump up. Let's go, baby. Now they're toying with us too. They're watching my channel like, dang it, we can't make it happen the way he says it because then they'll take all our money. I know, guys, but eventually I'm just going to beat you down. I'm going to come out too much. And one day you guys are going to drink too much. The market maker's going to go out all night. And I'm going to be here sober as a bean. And I'm going to take advantage of them. See, instead of taken advantage of the market makers, we use how they take advantage of other people, and it helps pump our bags. A lot of people did not see this reversal. The whole world was bearish I was able to see that this was likely going to get a short squeeze. If you got squeezed short right now, you weren't paying attention. You were not paying attention, all right? Stay strong, each and every one of my lifers, baby, because life is upon us, man. And God bless each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. These are the days to be alive, my friends. These are the times to take advantage of our lives. There's nothing better than opportunity in front of us. The world is full of opportunity. If you believe there's no opportunity, then there isn't, right? If you believe there's opportunity, it's just kind of like, if you're afraid of the dark, then you will be. If you're not afraid of the dark, then you walk outside, you know? Everyone's somewhat afraid of the dark, so I used to walk in pitch black sometimes in the middle of the night. It's too creepy, right? I'm a creeper. But I've done that many times just to kind of prove to myself that, you know, the worst thing they can do is build fear in my mind. It all is in my mind, right? Now you have a low, you have a high, you have a low, you have a lower high. You must get back above 36,640 to remain bullish. If you cannot do that, and so now you're looking for the short. If this level breaks, what it usually does is it comes in bearishly retests this level, and then you're going to get a drop to the downside. Okay. So far, you're still inside the channel in pattern trading 101. Bottom, top, bottom, top, bottom, top, bottom, top. And then we could kind of break our way out of this. It's all about the 200 SMAs. First, you break one on a smaller time frame. Then you go to break one on a bigger time frame. Same thing when you're bearish and you flip it upside down. You're going to dump and lose the 200 SMA and then fall further to the downside. Okay? These are key concepts I want you to understand that I want to break down for you every day. I'm here for you every single day. I'm not going anywhere, okay? It doesn't matter what happens in your life. You could wake up depressed a little bit. I'm going to be here. I'm going to build you up. You're going to see, man, Sammy worked out today. Sammy didn't get down on himself. So why should you get down on yourself? You know? You got to move. If you believe in ghosts, you will see ghosts. What is the next Bitcoin move? I think it'll go down. Oh, you like using the word think, huh? Yikes. When people say I think, I feel, I believe, I always know that they have pretty, their portfolio usually gets beat up pretty bad. I don't like using those words. Whatever the charts convey is what the charts convey. I believe every grandma will eventually become a grandpa. It may happen. One love. I don't know. What does that mean? Did you buy the used Cadillac because you said you can buy it, but you won't, and you will ask your sponsor to give you? Sponsor? Did you buy used Cadillac because you said you can buy it, but you won't, and you will ask your sponsor? What? The heck is he talking about? Sammy, hold my hand. God bless you, brother. Sammy, hold my handy. You're so funny, man. Andreas, BTC, BNB, Smart Chain. You guys can't spell, man. Anyway, take the class to change your life. Everyone, I teach class the last Saturday of every month. And, I teach class the last Saturday of every month. That's the one thing, too. I didn't get the class label. There's some things I got to get back up and running. And my dad's, I got to get my dad's, man, we were picking up the bots. Yeah, don't worry. Crypto Lifer, what is SBR? I don't know. Sam, are these diamond vibes? I see what you're saying. Hold up. I see what he just said. Dude, you're spot on. You may be spot on. You got it before me. That means you're pretty quick. Nah. I can't really call it a diamond there. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, it is a diamond. That's a reversal diamond. I got you, baby. Somewhat. I'd like it a little higher, honestly. But it has diamond vibes. I'll give it to you. It does have diamond vibes. And if you break in from the upside like this, usually you do this. And you break on out to the upside too. A possible diamond. It's not perfect. Not amazing. But definitely a possible diamond. The key is the support or resistance areas though. All right. But spot on. You saw something that was, pretty spot on there. Nice job, brother. So are we going lower or higher, everybody? What is the deal for today? Well, it showed you, man. It's all about the 1 hour 200 SMA. It really is. We break that. We go, and we already did break it, right? But we continue to look. There we go. We lost another support or resistance level. Look, previous resistance. We couldn't use that as support. Now you'll likely bearish retest. So let me get rid of all my insanity. Because it's hard to see, right, when I have a lot of stuff on the screen, and I know that. But I got to draw us to get us there. I can't figure out what's going to happen if I don't use it as I do it. Okay? And I like these scalping strategies. Just scalp, scalp, scalp. I'll scalp all day. I can scalp 10 times, 15 times, make 500, 600, even $1,000 a day. Yesterday was an amazing scalp. Right now I am 31 for 8 in my futures account. 31 for 8. All right? So look, now you're going to bearishly retest the channel. One thing you could see now, though, I'll show you something that's going to blow your mind now that you may not see. You got another handle going, and you got a bigger cup. Remember, the 15 and the 1 hour really want to bounce. You got strong bullish divergence on the smaller time frame, suggesting that this thing wants the moon. So look, here's your bigger cup and handle now. All right? Bang, bang, bang. And again, if you were like me, you were up all night trading. Don't trust. Again, I can't believe I look this good. I don't know. Maybe I don't look that good. I probably look horrible. But, you know what I mean? It's like, if the guy teaching you trading isn't up all night every once in a while, then he's not a real trader, man. You know what I mean? Dude, I was late. I brought my daughter to school late today. I apologize. Like, my wife usually wakes me up at 7 in the morning. Today, she didn't set an alarm. She said, you need to set the alarm. I'm pregnant. I'm like, I know, but like, you've been doing it for years. I was like, just tell me to do it. And then she's like, you do it. I'm like, well, then go on my phone and set the alarm. We're funny. We like, that's the worst argument we have. Like, we're so sweet to each other. My wife is so good to me, and I'm so good to my wife. And my house is full of so much love and just calm energy. My kids are just in a really good spot. I'm really excited. I grew up, my dad was awesome, but there was some arguing, there's some yelling, it was tough. You know what I mean? It wasn't always, there was a lot of anxiety in the house. My dad, whatever. I told myself I don't want my kid to go through that. You know what I mean? DG lower highs. But man, God bless my father. He was going through a lot. You know what I mean? He was an iron worker, man, on the cold iron. He had to travel around the country. Could possibly be an inverted head and shoulder here. I don't like that we're battling this trend line, though. We barely retested once. We got to get back inside the zone. The good thing is that we SR flipped a key support zone right here. Previous resistance became support. We're now nicely above 36,005. Can we hold 36.5 for the day? It's a chance this cup and handle makes our move all the way. Thoughts? And now we're kind of stuck in a holding pattern here. And what I see is the old symmetrical triangle, right? And that's going to have a 50-50 pattern with the base of the triangle. You're going to go either way. All right. Starting to build a case that this is going to bounce to the upside here, but only time will tell. Keeps toying with the $36,500 area. Okay. Bitcoin starting to wake up. Looks like it drank a little coffee, just waiting for caffeine to kick in. Yeah, Bitcoin Cash has been annoying, for sure. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, when you just zoom out, too, you have to look at this like a possible bear flag. That's going to have a nasty move down. So if those smaller time frames can't make it happen. See, the thing is, a lot of people see the bear flag, but they don't see this whole world that I just built. Right? Look, this started with a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder broke out, made a bull flag, broke to the upside. Okay? And slap on your moving averages. It's all, there it is. If the 30-second can flip, look, that's an inverted head and shoulder right there. 68% chance this is going to break to the upside. So it's in your favor that you're going to break the 200 SMA here on the 30-second. And then get to the target like I wanted to begin with. All right. Can I open this bigger? And yeah, I guess I could see that. Smaller time frames, you have a little more liberty. Not a lot, but a little more liberty. Okay. And again, once we hit the yellow line, then I can say it happened, right? What I pointed out happened at the end of the day. And I could have stuck in my trade this whole time. It's not easy, though. I like taking gains. Look, that's an inverted head and shoulder on the 30-second chart for sure. Measure move takes you to 36,742. And so I would expect a short squeeze coming right now. They're going to short squeeze again. Yeah. Because the bots are going to pick up what I'm seeing. I'm a bot. I trade just like a bot. I see a short squeeze about to happen. If we flip this yellow line, we're going to squeeze them all the way up. And our next target's going to be 36,781. So it's likely it's starting to build. It's starting to build. There's the squeeze right there. Look, it's starting right now. It's starting right now. Right there. There's the first squeeze. And these are real liquidations. Look, I called these liquidations. See, these people don't know how to trade because they wouldn't be liquidated right now. They'd be making gains the other way or watching the market for confirmation. But they're preemptively jumping on in at the wrong times. I believe a short squeeze is about, you're going to have to see us go right up to this $37,000 liquidity zone. And this also gives me, yeah, look, 36,800. I mean, and look, we're about to squeeze into that 200. Inverted head and shoulder to the upside. See how I do it? See how I find the shapes that matter? Insane. Who thinks this is insane? We got to get above these 200 SMAs. We got to get above this level right here to the upside. We got to get above this 200 SMA right now. We got rejected last time by the 1 minute. That was, or was it, it was the third. Yeah, right there. That was our first rejection right there with the massive dumpage. We're coming back for more. This could keep becoming the resistance. Okay. You do trade like a bot, confirmed by math and time. Exactly. Insane. Damn magician you are. Big Bird buying Bitcoin. If this goes that way, you're insane. How does Bookmaker work? It's BOOKMAP. It's an API that's able to find out how many people are loading up on the exchange. All right. Come on, baby. We got to break back above these levels. Let's see the 5-second chart. How about the 5-second? It's almost a complex inverted, like shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder. I see a complex inverted head and shoulder on the 5-second chart. Then we can readjust the bigger pattern. Interesting. 36.6 is a big deal too, holding this six area. But look, this is another, see, it's an ascending triangle. You see it? And I know I got a lot of stuff in here, but this is how I figure it out, what's going to happen. I mean, I got to use math and science and lines here to get it done. So far, this flag did break out. So far, this is the beginning of the breakout of this bigger cup and handle. You see? That is a massive measured move. Whenever I do a cup and handle, I take the wick of the top of the flag to the wick near the middle or the left center. That usually gets us to where we're going to go. Yeah, and that gives you 36,900, and that provides the liquidity move for this guy who's sitting right here at 37K. And now we're so far away from this liquidity, we're further here. It's likely we're going up because we only have to go $350. They just want to get someone liquidated, so that's kind of makes sense to me. And again, I could be wrong, but that's what we're looking for. All right? And the volatility has been absolutely insane, everybody. It's been absolutely insane. Casper at 13,700. Okay? And wow, how is it already? Dude, what the heck? It can't be 1140. How is it 1140? I've really been live this whole time already? How is that possible? Dude, it's so weird how fast time is flying recently. And I'm exhausted. We have screen share tonight. I will take a nap, so I'm ready for screen share. But look, there's 660. And there's more of a short squeeze coming. Let's go, baby. There it is. And we're going up to this liquidity zone. See, people watched me. They doubted me. Then it happened. Then they doubted me. It happened. And that's why we keep getting more people on the stream. And now people are talking. They're like, this guy. And then Trading Wars, I think, also kind of spread the word. People are like, oh, this guy. And I was on with all the other YouTubers, and I was providing a lot of value. I really was. You know what I mean? And not to knock anybody else. Everyone's beautiful and special and is unique in their own way. I'm unique in this sense. I'm a mathematician, kind of brainiac bot, whatever you want to call, right? But this is crazy. This is crazy. All the value, the way they shift out from here. Best mentor in the game. Shout out to Lifer Adam. And dude, I was able to pull up your X verse. I don't think you were here yesterday, but I pulled it up. I haven't written down, man. I'm not good at doing that when I'm live. LTC was created 4-1 with Bitcoin. It should be 8,000 USD. Yeah. Actually listens to the good music. God bless you. I think eventually maybe second bull run cast at $33. Brickman after smart contracts. If you like getting mud on your face, don't watch the lot. If you like getting money on your face, don't watch the Living Legend Lifer. If you love life, give the man a shot. He said, if you like getting mud in your face, don't watch the Crypto Lifer. He said, if you don't watch the Crypto Living Legend Lifer. If you love life, give the man a shot. Thank you. Dude, YFI just continues to moon. It's out of control. Corner of my eye here, I see it at 14,000. And Bitcoin's breaking down, man. It can't, now it's got resistance at 36,645. It can't get above the zone. Keeps getting rejected by 200 SMA. See? The bulls are in control when we can't rip past the 200 SMA. See, look. And look, shoulder, head, right shoulder on the 32nd. See, the charts told you exactly what was going to happen. I just switched the screen. 30, shoulder, shoulder, shoulder to the downside. Now, that's the measured move, but now you've lost the sauce. 200 SMAs need to break back above the zone to be bullish. All right? And now you got yourself in an M pattern here. This could likely break down. Now, as long as we keep a high above this high, it's okay. They can play all the games they want. All right? And this is heavy volatility. I would begin not to trade this, everybody. I would step away from this and stop trading. This is, to me, this now is chop. And I don't trade chop. You know what I mean? That's why I was in and out and I moved on. This is absolute garbage chop. You don't want to get stuck in chop. You really don't. All right? And again, we watch this every day. That should have broke above and played out the way, but it did not. So that's how you know you're in heavy chop too. What the market is supposed to do starts to kind of wane. We also have lower volume on a Thursday. You have to remember that. It is what it is. But look, I mean, yeah. Bit of an M there too now. Couldn't get above the resistance. You resisted here, you resisted again. It's kind of an exaggerated bullish div now. Or it's almost like an exaggerated hidden bullish, but huh. Interesting. Double bottom right there. Let's see if they sweep the lows. The measure move here is right here. So it's not over yet. And again, there's still liquidity to the upside. And you got yourself a higher low. Like if the Bears were in such control, we'd be lower down here by now, right? How can we keep low, high, higher, low, higher lows? That's a double bottom right there too as well. So it's not over yet, baby. It's not over yet. Only time will tell. I do see this kind of as a bearish retest though. And no matter what, if you can't get back above this resistance right here at 36,650, expect more downside. That's going to be our local resistance for the day. that we want to get back above. Any pump is manipulation until we can close above 38,380. 35,250 is the spider line support. Thank you for saying that. Yep. I got it at 36,184. Yeah. Okay, moving forward. Let's take a look at the DXY right now and see if it recovered what happened. Well, look, this could be a bear flag on the bigger time frame going down. We're going to watch it, though. We're going to watch it. Let's duplicate this, and we'll get to your super chats. Thank you for the fan funding. We're going to talk about all the people that threw down. I really appreciate it. You're going to get your name on the screen. I'm going to bring you up. I'm going to talk about you. So don't worry. I make sure that everyone that sends in a super chat gets recognized. It may not happen immediately, but you will get recognized. Let's do it right now just so you, because when I send a super chat and no one looks at it, I always get like, come on, man. Like, look at the super chats, you know? So Zach R, can you look at Phantom? Can it rip back to 39 cents? We'll take a look at that. Blessing Lifers, Cass on Binance, perp tomorrow. Dude, that's insane. Clay, 1 day, 3 day, 200 SMA move. I like that. Clayton. Good morning, Dan. Can you look at DAR, Mines of Delenia for me? I love that coin, DAR. TRAC on Gate.io. We'll take a look at that. DOMI, holding game release soon. Super bullish gem. Will ultimately down or slowly rise if Bitcoin dumps. Oh, they'll dump too, for sure. Everything will dump if Bitcoin dumps. Lifer, thoughts on Chili's and Rollbit? Jimmy Price. I like Rollbit. It's going to make money. It's a gambling site. I like Chili's. It just underperformed each time I've gotten into it. But it's supposed to be, you know, the NFT soccer coin, and it could do damage. We've been trading Chili's on and off. I've never traded Rollbit yet. I traded Chili's for years now, on and off, though. How does Doge look? Thank you. HIFI, please, Sam. Thanks for everything. My portfolio is 2.5x. It's joining the trading group in March. I love hearing that. Can't stop the grind. God bless everybody. Shout out to KLAY. We love you. You do trade like a bot. And thank you for jumping on in and becoming a member. We greatly appreciate that. That's love, baby. That's love. That is love. Love is love, baby. Love is love. So here's the deal. We're going to go through all these super chats as fast as humanly possible. It's going to be insane. But I also have to look at the DXY. But we just ended up making a lower high here. I would expect to look low, high, lower high. You have to assume that the next low is a lower low unless we can hold support. So we do have support technically at this area here at about 36,500. And we have resistance at 36,650, 641. We never got to flip the 200 SMA. We got rejected by it right there. That's how we knew there was going to be a move to the downside. Okay. I got this like film on my nose. I don't know what's going on. Dry, dead skin. Man, I've taken my pay. Okay, so what happened to me in the Cadillac? I got to talk about it. It's bad. So the Cadillac has TVs that come out of the screen, and they're heavily covered in like a nice thick plat. You know, they're strong. You know, they're made very, very structurally intense. You know, that's the best word. And so I'm leaning down in the car, and I looked at something, and then I was like, oh, and I stepped onto the running board, and I went up like this. Dude, I hit myself in the head by the TV, and it gave me the biggest egg right here. If you can see my forehead, like it was the hardest hit I've had in my head in a long time. So it's funny, right? It was, and my wife says that's like a saying that God, like just so you don't get too uppity, too big for yourself. God kind of just, you know what I mean? Gives you a little, it's like dad just kind of checking you, you know? And so, dude, I got and most people wouldn't want to tell this story out of complete embarrassment, but if you can see the egg on my head, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it hurts bad. Like if I touch it, I definitely have a huge contusion. I'll probably get a pretty nice bruise. And so the car beat the hell out of me. How was, dude, I banged my head so hard yesterday. I'm telling you right now, like real hard. Like I was whacked. Like I haven't been hit that hard since I was in a fight. You know, I used to wake up in Boston with my ears swollen. My jaw got hit. You get the clicking in the jaw. I was in 150 street fights growing up. Every couple of weeks, I was getting punched in the side of the head, punched in the face. I got a black eye in Cancun. They knocked on my hotel door and just punched me in the face. We were fighting. You know, it was, and again, I don't condone that. Don't do that. But it was just growing up in Boston. You know, for the algorithm, we're just telling a story here. But growing up in Boston was tough. I mean, it was vicious, to be honest. It wasn't just tough. It was absolutely vicious. Everyone had a tough uncle or a tough dad or O'Malley's Gym, and they wanted to punch your lights out. You know what I mean? Everybody was a tough guy here in the city. Said the wrong thing. Someone looked at you. Fighting you after school, bro. And it would be on like that. Look at the shoulder, head, and shoulder. You're done. Cooked, baby, cooked. And look, bearish retest of the pattern. Bearish retest to the downside, and there you go. You collapse city for Bitcoin. However, I'm okay as long as we don't break this high. But remember, high, lower, low, lower, high. Expected a lower low. All right. Let's take a look at the DXY because we have to. I look at it every day if I can. So the DXY, look, it got a shoulder, head and a right shoulder pump to the upside here. And the DXY gets a little bit of a pump back into action. However, it's not amazing. And if you look at it, wow, we hit the measured move of the bear flag beautifully. Wow, that's pretty crazy, right? And now you're almost doing the same. Look, isn't this weird? They're like, it looks just like Bitcoin in a way. But look, that says you're going to dump. And it's just unlikely that Bitcoin's going to dump with the dollar, but they could dump together. The BRICS nations could be dumping while they're manipulating Bitcoin. Also, remember, doesn't the U.S. government have a bunch of Bitcoin? Aren't they the ones that like to sell it? They'd rather, you know what's crazy? Instead of, this is what's wrong with what I think what's happening. Everyone should be in it together. Therefore, the government would want to make as much money as possible and be solvent. Therefore, the government should have started listening to, and we should have an analyst panel. Our whole country should have flipped to Bitcoin. We should have put in a majority of our entire balance sheet onto Bitcoin 4 or 5 years ago. We'd be sitting on a surplus right now. We'd be able to cover everybody. There'd be no problem for Social Security. Had our government smartened up and done what I did, and that's why I'm going to run for president, because we know that the people running the country don't know what they're doing. Clearly. Because if they knew what they were doing, they would have allocated it into Bitcoin. Instead, they seized it, and they started selling it off at the worst possible time. I hope our government can figure it out one day and actually start allocating. If we did if the United States did what Michael Saylor did, they'd be up billions, trillions of dollars at this point. How come we can't see that? What is the problem? Vote blockchain party, baby. We're going to make a new party. Not the Libertarian, not the Republican, not the Democrat, the blockchain party. A new party is coming to a town near you. All right? And it's called the blockchain party. And we want everything on the blockchain. We want every dollar on the blockchain, everything they can, except for, I guess there's always that national security, but we want to see, and then we want every single vote to be on the blockchain. No more dual votes, no more of these absentee ballots, no more of this who's who, 10 states, a dead guy voted. Enough is enough. We have the technology right now to corner anyone who wants to, Again, people say elections are this, elections are that. I'm going to be open-minded, but definitely interference on Twitter. That's definitely interference on Twitter. You can't have people being blocked from saying things and having bots controlling the narrative and say that's not interference, right? So people that, you can say whatever you want about the voting machines, Twitter is out of control. You know what I mean? So my whole point is it's time for the blockchain party. It's time we get right. It's time we use technology to get rid of the lying and the cheating. All right? Enough. And then we don't have to talk about it anymore. No one has to fight anymore. It's all going to be on the blockchain as clear as day. You know what I mean? So look, a bit of a double bottom here too. This could make a move up, and this would hurt Bitcoin on the day. Bitcoin would take a bit of a hit. Bitcoin's still sitting at 36,550. Not too shabby, considering it got trophed all the way down to 36,200. All right. But this is chop, everybody. I don't like to trade chop too heavily, especially on a Thursday. Thursday chop is not ideal. But the dollar index could bounce back to the upside. I want to see it get rejected. I don't want to see it get back above this yellow line. And I want to see it make a move back to 102.93. That'd be a beautiful pump for Bitcoin. And we'd be in the money, baby. We'd be in the money. All right? All right. Caspa getting a little bit of a pullback too as well. Not too shabby. And I'm going to tell you one thing that I did. I gave up on my Casper position. I really did. I'm done with Casper Labs. I'm done with them. They didn't pump. I could have had my money in so many other things. You know what I mean? They barely came back, and maybe they'll pump in my face one day. But you know what? I'm moving on, man. My Casper bags are going into Caspa. I decided the next big dip, the 10 grand. I had 10 grand in this coin. I'm done with it. I met the CTO. Things were cool. I'll be honest though. I'll keep it to myself, but some things happened during the interview that always kind of threw me off. I'll be honest. So, and I'm sorry, I'm not trying to fund a project. If you like it and you believe in it, and it could do numbers, and it's supposed to be amazing. It's supposed to change the world, right? I don't know, man. I'm moving on. So, just making a big statement, portfolio change for me. And I was down about $800 too, even after allocating for like a year. You know what I mean? So I was like, you know what? I would have made thousands of dollars had I had my money in another coin. I said I'm out. You know, and again, maybe it's time to pump again, but I'm just done with it. And it is kind of cup and handling. It is at previous support of resistance. Watch it fly in the next. Watch it just do a mammoth move all the way up here, right? To 6 cents. But even if it does a mammoth move, it doubles up. And I guess I know I'm being kind of like, but it double up? Like, that's all? So, I don't know. I'm just not a huge fan. And I'm out. I'm out on Casper. You probably won't hear me talk about Casper ever again. I talked about the S&P getting a move to the upside. It pumped again, right? And look, we're at a resistance, which is okay. 22-hour, but let's take a look at our 4-hour time frame. 4-hour actually looks like it's going to reset pretty nicely. So, I don't know why my moving averages, sometimes they get deleted accidentally. But I called this cup and handle, and every Friday, look out for my macro analysis where I pick up where I left off from the last Friday. I think it's awesome. You should definitely check it out and see what happens every single Friday, the macro analysis. But look, this is a giant cup and handle for the NASDAQ. We had resistance right there. You could say we're kind of right at our next resistance point, but we broke above this key level. I like what we're seeing here. I would just flag out the 4-hour time frame. And it might even flag out above the resistance. This would be absolutely beautiful. It could sit here and make another flag. But, you know, that dollar is dumping, doesn't look amazing. And the S&P wants to continue to pump. NASDAQ doing the same thing. They're following each other. They're twins, baby. And remember, this bullish divergence right there at 14,100. Look, we're at 15.8 now. I called that move. I called it way before it happened. I showed it to you. And I even said there was hidden bullish divergence on the 3-day chart. I use hidden bullish divergence like it's my favorite. It's my go-to on any time frame. I use it all the time. And look, there's the falling wedge breaking to the upside 68% of the time. And I'll remove the moving averages for now. But you have swing up to swing up while the price action swung down on the RSI. Hidden bullish divergence with low stochastics. Bang, bang, bang to the upside. Okay? Bang, bang, bang to the upside. And I know you guys want me to go over alts, but sometimes it's far more important that we actually look at what's happening to Bitcoin in the charts, because whatever happens to Bitcoin is going to affect your altcoin pretty heavily. All right? Now look at this complete chop. Look at the chop that they're doing. This is insanity. And honestly, it's like this now. This is the pattern that's at play. And honestly, it's not all bad. I could still see the $37,000 Bitcoin just recovering. The 1 hour suggests that we will. And let's get out of the smaller time frame for a second, right? And kind of breathe. So I'm going to leave the Binance chart alone. I'm going to go to BTC USD on MEXC. I'm going to use the MEXC and the Binance charts a lot together, right? In tandem. I'm going to get rid of the smaller time frame stuff here too, because it just affects the chart when it's on there. It could be a measured move all the way down to 36,173 again, though. That's a bear flag. Don't forget that. Just because I'm erasing it doesn't mean I don't believe it can happen. I want to make that very clear. I'd like to get a haircut today, man. It's almost time. Kind of a shoulder, head, and a right shoulder, too. Chance you could get a move. So let's get on out of there, and let's get to the 1 hour time frame. So remember, what we started with was the fact that we could be making two possible triangles. And now we just got to see the 1 hour get back above the 200 SMA. And one thing we are seeing that I'm talking about, and I keep mentioning, is some hidden bullish. I mean, that's some hidden bullish divergence, if I've ever seen it, right? And that suggests that we will make a high above the high. And I get rid of these small time frame, those small time frames, support and resistance levels. So if we look at the 1 hour and we take a deep breath, we did get a bit of a bounce, all right? But look, we're going to have two key areas of resistance right here at 36,600, which we already clearly showed was resistance. You ever get itchy eye? Remember itchy eye? Whenever your eye's itchy, it's funny. Some of you, when you itch your nose, someone's talking about when you itch your eye, what's happening? Does it mean anything? Anyway, and then we have a resistance here too as well. At what price action? At about 36,738. These are the key areas that we're going to want to get back above. All right, and then remember we drew, and again, if the daily, all I want today, literally, is for the 1 hour to close above this yellow line. That's all I want. If that happens, I will be in love. Lately, I've been front running this, and it's been paying me. Yesterday, I front runned it. Boom. So I open up along right when we're below it, and then boom, it explodes above it. BOOKMAP also suggesting that we could go higher. Remember that. It's not all doom and gloom today. There is this big fat order up here. However, they are building liquidity below us. And I see some orders at 35.5, 35.800. All right, there's a little bit of a short squeeze right there. beginning to form. So I did what I could on the smaller time frames. They didn't completely perform perfectly. We did get a scalp on the live stream, though, out of that cup and handle. It just didn't get above the 200 SMA. So I just want to see the 1 hour break back above the 200 SMA. It says it's very likely. And I guess because everyone else is bearish and freaking out, and if everyone, I can kind of feel the sentiment. The sentiment is super bearish, right? People are freaking out. So that's usually good. That usually means we can short squeeze them. So be careful. It's looking like a short squeeze is coming. We didn't get it exactly when we wanted it. And remember, we're back inside the pattern. This is the breakout. This is my theory. You break out, you break back inside. The pattern still plays out the same. We did this yesterday. I know no one else does this. You'll never see this by any other trader unless it's like my Bizarro twin. All right. But I do see this breaking the 200 SMA, and I see this going to the upside. And look, we negated the head and shoulder pattern. That should have been way worse. It wasn't. Just a slight dump, and we got back up to the upside. Possible, look, shoulder, head, and a right shoulder. And look, we're about to flip that. Remember I said we were going to hit the 200 SMA? That trade, I could have stayed in the trade I was in, but it would have been a lot. Like, it would have been emotional. Up and down, up and down, up and down. But I'd still be on the money now on that trade. Okay? Just making it clear, you know. Oh, actually, no, we made this trade here and we got rejected, right? But then, same idea, though. 200 SMA. Sorry. I don't want to misspeaking. I don't want to be misspoken. I'm messing with you. All right. All right, let's take a look at the altcoins here if I have a chance. But it's almost, you know, some days, as much as I want to go over the altcoins, everybody, the market just takes over. And I got to heed the market. I do what the market tells me to do, not what I want to do. All right. So someone says, can you take a look at Phantom? And this is why you join the trading group, because so many people will go over it. You'll talk about it. You'll get access to so many ideas, thoughts, and processes that you never would have access to in your life, right? So I saw Phantom there. That flag didn't play out last time I was looking at it. And then it continued to pump, though. First thing I want to do is I look at the weekly chart. It's in a giant double bottom. I did call the bottom for Phantom in my trading group. I said, that's your bottom right there at 15 cents. And that's a giant double bottom. I mean, how that doesn't play out and pump hard, you tell me, but. And then the length of the base to here, that thing looks like it's going to moon. Phantom has a great ecosystem. It got sold off because of fear when Andre Condrey left the market. Remember, it just got that nasty, nasty tank. And I could see it going all the way back to a bean before we know it. So I feel like I'm going to grab, like, I don't know, $2 to $3 grand a cat. My wife is like, my wife wants me to be in Phantom for some reason. She was always like, you didn't get enough Phantom? She's like, you know it's going to do it again. So Phantom, remember we got into Phantom at 19 to 21 cents, rode it all the way to $3. To about a 19x in total is what I was able to achieve on that coin. And I probably did higher. A lot of people got in even smaller too. And I did a few swing trades before it did get the bigger pump, but so that's a giant double bottom for Phantom. Only time will tell, but it's looking pretty nice. It does have a resistance right above it, right? Where it's had a resistance and a bounce there. So once Phantom flips 42, oh my gosh, it's going to easily get to 60. So like that's a pretty nice swing trade, 42 to 60. Fast move, fast move. So what I'll be doing now is I'll be looking at the daily, which is really bullish. The daily's like breaking out right now. Let's flip on a moving average. Yeah, it just got above the, Phantom's about to explode. So don't let Bitcoin's up and down price action, scare the, this is what happens. Everyone gets super emotional over Bitcoin, that they're not able to stay in their long-term altcoin trades. You know what I mean? Again, do whatever makes you happy, but this is something that I see happen to a lot of people. I see Phantom breaking out and continuing. If you look at the daily is very bullish. Has the 200 coming, the 50 coming for the 200 SMA. It's a very bullish sign. I showed you the giant double bottom. And I've been playing this game recently. I just started doing this slanted Adam and Eve. I've caught a bunch of these now, and they play out beautifully, just like they're supposed to. The slanted Adam and Eve. Slanted. Look at this. It was one right here, and look at this. YFI just continued to moon. Like, I can't believe it. It's like the biggest gainer of the day. People saw that high price. They're like, oh, I'll never be able to get in again. It was $5,000. This thing just did a 3X. It just did a 3X from October 22nd. I mean, in less than a month, it's up 3X. A high of 14,000, broke all the highs. Look, there's no resistance here, too. So you get all the way up here to about 17,000 to this next high volume node. It tells me that this thing can just continue to moon. And look, I saw this. I called this Adam and Eve double bottom on YFI. I pointed it out to my trading group. These are deadly patterns. I buy them blind. I know you might not, but I buy these blind. I see them. I just buy them. It's very simple, and I let the money pile up. Like, it's such a simple way to trade. But again, I'm never going to tell you what to do with your money. You got to get the education to feel that feeling, to understand what happens when you're trading like that. It doesn't happen by itself, all right? It takes time. It takes time to build that relationship with yourself, to believe in what could happen, all right? Someone wants TRAC on Gate.io. That thing just absolutely exploded. Look at it. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, that thing has just went from 30. It did a 10x. It did a 10x since October 28th. I'm a little tight. I didn't get into this thing. I think we were going over it, but not on this. Wow, that's insane. I went over this coin. Hold on. Nah, a different coin, right? Yeah. Completely different coins. This did not hold the 200. This actually fell to the downside. Everyone's like, you know what's funny? People do their research and then they're all about this. Like, it has to be this coin. And it's like, it could and it couldn't be. Anything could happen. Let's take a look at DOGE online. Right? DOGE online, baby. DOGE, 2 7/10 of a cent. Took a nasty dump all the way from 3 cents. Through into this game, I think it's going to melt faces off this run if the highly respected developers can live up to their promises. Worth the shot. Hey, anyone knows it's circulating supply or max supply? Only $7 million market cap. That's tiny. It says that the volume pretty small. Fully diluted is 25 million, and you're at 7. So, number 2,000 in the space. I like that it has an Avalanche address, a Binance address. It's multi-chain. The more multi-chain a coin is, the better. All right. Good website. A lot of action going on. I like what I'm seeing there, too. It's on Gate.io, OpenOcean, Uniswap, and Trader Joe for wrapped AVAX. Bitcoin struggling at 35.5. And it just lost the SMMA and the 200 SMA. And there you have it, man. Sad days for BTC. It's starting to lose those levels. Look, the ascending triangle breaking to the downside. And again, look, there's your low, there's your high. Expect the lower low. And how do you know where we're going to go? We'll turn this into a bear flag. See that you easily just bearishly retested it, which is a known area of a dump. And this would take us all the way down to about 36,900 for Bitcoin. So that's your next level I'd be watching. And we already kind of have it mapped out right on the bigger time frame. We gave you the key levels to watch today. We said if we lose this level, you're going to come and hit this. If you lose that, you're going to test this level, which is 33,968. And if you lose that, you go all the way to 31,800. All right. Peace, Liver. Can you check out Tip? Could you look at Perp, Mr. Hetty, if you will? Thank you. Guys, I've been on since 9, man. It's getting past my time, man. I know you guys love me and you want the analysis, but it's 12 o'clock, everyone. It's getting pretty late, right? And I still have so many super chats to go over. Yeah. I'm also absolutely exhausted today. I have to be honest. And I've been saying that recently. I mean, the trading has been taking a lot out of me. It really has. And just being there for the group and making sure that I get everyone situated in these times of insane volatility. Tip looks good to me. It really does. I like that you gave me and now that's why I always eat my own words too, because then the super chats always come through. But Tip looks beautiful. If Tip doesn't break out and do some damage, I'll be surprised. You know what I mean? That thing is getting tighter and tighter in the zone, and it had a huge pump. I missed out on it. Came back down. Look, it's got a bit of a cup with a handle in a way too. Tip looks very nice. And again, if you're in the trading group, we always find gains. There's going to be, no matter what happens to the market, we find gains. There's going to be some coin that's going to rip today. There's going to be a setup that's going to fly. You know what I mean? That's got tight moving averages, baby. I like what I'm seeing there for Tip. And getting tight inside the triangle as well. Getting oversold in the 4-hour time frame. Let's take a look at the daily. See what the daily looks like. The daily's also beat up. If the 22 looks good to me, yeah, 22 has momentum. Could be better, but it has momentum. Hey, I like the tight moving averages. I like the inside space. Smaller cap gem, but this thing could do damage. It really could. It could also dump to the downside. Remember that. See, I hit my head so hard just by moving my eyebrow. I'm in pain. The TV. Who'd have thought? Buy TVs in your car. Get whacked so hard in the head. Oh, man. Because I thought I saw something on the ground, and then I lifted my head up as I stepped up on the step up. And, when you step up, I've a lot of thigh action. That thing whacked me so hard, it was insane. Oh, my God. It hurts, man. SoFi up 91%. Wow, the protocol. Trust Fi. Oh, Trust Fi up 39. I like that one. Quack, XDAG. Just looking at some of the bigger moves. Space. Is that Space ID? I love this coin. Milk, we nailed it. I nailed this, dude. Bang. This is one of my favorite projects. I could see it doing what's called a bullish retest on the top of the channel. And Space ID for massive gains, man. I like this coin. Microvision chain. Bang, bang, bang. For 76%, a little more even. 80% gains for Space ID to the upside, baby. To the upside. Space. Wow, and I've been giving Space since 11:07 inside the channel right here. Look. I'm like setting alerts for Space. See? 11:07. And I can see it going up and then making a big move. We're sitting there at 974 on November 10th. All right. And now you can see Space is at 17, about to do the double up. And I gave it to you right here. 974 right there on 11/6. This thing would moon to the upside. Bang, bang, bang. Space ID. Shano. Send that to the gains factory, bro. We continue to show you where the price is going. That thing is flying today. It does not care about Bitcoin at all. At all. All right. Now I'm just going to give you some quick news. I'm not going to do the news segment like I used to. JP Morgan tests tokenized portfolios with Avalanche. We kind of looked at that. That's a big deal. That was kind of yesterday's news, I'll be honest. South Korea's national pension funds buys 9.9 million worth of Coinbase shares. Dude, that's a big deal. Their pension put 9.9 million of that means they think the rest of the world's going to go down, but they're going to bet on Coinbase. That makes me want to buy some Coinbase shares. And BlackRock's Ether ETF prospectus gets filed with the SEC. So BlackRock's Ether ETF prospectus gets filed. So they're filing an ETF for Ethereum. And that's the quick news for you. And that's really the quick news. In and out, right? None of that like long news segment. We're going to go in and out with the news from now on and just get it in. But if you were in my trading group, I gave you this coin, Space. I was all about it. Microvision chain. This thing definitely had a microvision blasting to the upside on some insanity. Space, baby, Space. All right. Can you look at perp, Mr. Handy? Tip. And let's look at Clayton. And remember, if you come and you don't get your super chat, we do put these timestamped in the videos. You'll eventually get your timestamp videos. I see what you're seeing for Clayton, honestly. And what we just want to see is we want it to make this, we just want to see it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You're spot on, man. I love people that have listened to me and they're well-trained. Once they're well-trained, they have my vision. I give my vision away if you're willing to accept it. Most people, maybe, and there's a cup and handle there too. 4-hour could flip. The 1 hour looks like you're going to get a move. I like this right now. Clayton. And Clayton actually, when it pumps hard, right? Your measure move is 22 cents. But I wouldn't be surprised if Clayton gets busy. A little bit of bearish divvy there. No bearish div. It looked like it could have been, but they're both forming to the downside, so no. I'd put alerts on Clayton for gains. Just the charts are conveying. I don't own any. No one told me to talk about it. I just want to make that clear. I'm not a promo guy. I don't do that. I talk about things that I like ITrust Capital and BingX. Why are both? Wait. What happened? That's weird. Oh, I know why. No, that's so strange. That was an ITrust Capital. How did that change? That's weird. Why is that not? See, that's strange. I picked the right. I even picked the right folder. The right. That is so weird. I'm picking I'm picking the ITrust Capital banner, but it's only doing BingX. It's so weird. That's strange. Yeah, it's associated with the right file, but it's not showing the right file. And thank you for everyone that helped. Look at all the donations. Thank you everyone that threw down on the, I really, really appreciate it. All right. And the alert box work today? No. That's weird too. Anyway, I got to figure all this out with my team today. We're going to break it down. We should get the alerts on the top of the screen. Clayton up to 22. Looks very likely. I like what I'm seeing for Clayton. You're spot on, my man. Spot on. And that's how the group, man, the group runs itself. It really does at one point. Like, I got enough people that are trained and get it in, and they're so happy with what they've got and the giving back and the gratitude. So much love in the trading group. Can you look at Mines of Darlinia? And I put this out on the flag, talked about it breaking out to the upside. Bang, 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 Mines of Darlinia, DAR. I like DAR. We've been trading DAR on and off for a long time. It's a good DeFi coin on the background. All right. And here I am giving you DAR. Looks like DeFi's about to rip. DAR has been in my old friend who traded this group many times. Brings back memories. And I called this before it happened. Bang, bang, bang. And look at DAR banging to the upside. Look, there's your before and there's your after. Gains on gains on gains on gains on gains. We did it again. Shout out to anyone that jumped into DAR and made massive gains. Appreciate you. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Now, it's just going sideways. I just look for DAR to stay above 10.6. As long as it does that, it's going to have a bigger move to the upside. So I'm getting winded, so I'm starting to mail in some of these. I agree. But I'm beat. When I say I'm tired, I usually don't say it. I won't even mention it. I am beat. Last night was tough. Could barely sleep. I mean, I could sleep. I had to stay up and work. I had to stay up and work. Yeah, Casper, man. I like this. This is not off topic. It goes completely off topic, but I just want to say thank you to Crypto Lifer for his teaching in the group. The past few months, things started to click. In the past month, I grew my portfolio 10K, which is the highest I've done in a month by far. Can't wait to see how this group keeps grinding and how grateful the bull run will be for the lifers. I'm seeing a lot of regular people that have just got into trading, started it out, got the education, and they're changing their lives. They're really changing their lives. So we looked at Phantom. We looked at Clayton. Good morning. We looked at Mines of Darlinia. We looked at TRAC. We looked at GOMI. We talked about Chili's and this. And how does DOGE look? Thanks. High five, please. Can't stop the grind. And shout out to D Shuffle, Yahunda L, Kyle Vero, D Dubs, Hunches. Another Kyle, we love you. Stanford Bondco, we love you. Crypto Fart, we love you, even though you stink. Fat Easy Cash 8835. IC54, Nacho Crypto, After Hours Investing, Stas and Zach R. Thank you so much for everybody that gave to the channel. We greatly appreciate it. 796 viewers still kicking it with us. Unbelievable. That's our fall off time. I mean, that's insane. That was the best we used to do. Now we're ripping to the upside. Bitcoin back to 536.6, baby. It's doing damage. Hey, I expect this to bounce. All I want is the 1 hour to get back above the 200 SMA. Once that happens, we're going to pump again. And they're going to wreck the shorts all the way up to 37,450. It's very likely. They got a lot of people bearish right now. I bought the dip. I believe buying the dip is the key. But again, you do whatever makes you happy. I'm out for the day, everyone. God bless you all, and have a wonderful day.
How do you deal with having such a beautiful girlfriend? Like,
I'm just joking. I'm going to get to HIFI finance. I just wanted to see if someone would. I'm going to get to HIFI real quick. I actually forgot for a split second. I'm tired. But I don't want to leave. I never want to leave somebody hanging. Never my goal. You know what I mean? So this thing was in a flag, but just continued to dump. Look, no love for HIFI. Right? And again, always, if you're swing trading a small cap gem, you just got to know not everything's going to do damage. Look at this thing, did nothing. So I put it in a flag. Flag didn't play out. It's a nice little bull pennant too. And once you lost this resistance, you got to know it's a wrap because that's previous support and resistance, and then you're down. And this thing was gone. Now it looks okay. It's starting to dwindle. But remember, it had last week's pump was kind of the time. I see it coming down first, making a divergence before it can make a bigger move. I like to get it break up, SR flip, 80 cents, boom. And it can go, I mean, this thing can moon. And they like it over at Token Metrics too. So $1.38 isn't impossible. It could definitely happen. Okay. Oh, this is a big deal here. Biggest stablecoin issuer, Tether, now wants to become a major Bitcoin miner. Tether was $500 million in the next 6 months. So smart. And they're going to back their holdings by Bitcoin. This is such the smart idea. And eventually Tether's going to be the most solvent company in the world. It probably is. And the banks are going to collapse while Tether goes. And Tether is a. People don't realize that we're building a bank in front of behind their back. Like we all have our own bank. Like this is a bank right here. Like you have your own bank already. Like you don't need a bank anymore. You know what I mean? And this is what they don't like because the banks work and spy on everybody, and they don't like that. They don't like that people are going to be free with their own money. BlackRock filed for a Form 1 U.S. after registering iShares ITrust. Yeah, that's going to happen. I mean, they're going to get an Ethereum ETF. It's over. Like, they're going to get what they want, man. They're the billionaires that run the world. Struggling to get back above the zone. We must get back above the 200 SMA to remain bullish. Otherwise, we will see some harsh downside today. The curving 21 is not a good sign to me because usually that curves and crosses, and that tells us that we're going to make a bit of a dump. I still like the hidden bullish, and we're oversold. Anything can happen. They got us in a holding pattern. I can see it either way in a bit, you know. And there's some days where I'm so adamant, right? And that's why you got to understand. Some days the TA is spot on. It tells me exactly what's going to happen. Once out of every 20, 30 days, there's a day where I'm just, you know, at the end of the day, support or resistance. Like, we bounced off 33.90. Great. We got rejected by 36.620. One of these has to break. If this breaks, we're going down. If that breaks, we're going up. It's kind of this, you know, and we're inside of a symmetrical triangle that could go either way. So draw the sim right here. And this is it. I mean, this is it for Bitcoin. It's either going to go up or down. I mean, of course, right? But this is what we're watching. This symmetrical triangle with the base of the triangle here as the move up or down. And that's what we're watching very closely. All right. Everyone, I got to jump on out of here. I have a meeting, says my wife. I love you all. I think I still missed something. HIFI and DOGE. The late super chats get me. DOGE just got back above the 200 on the 5. It didn't breach. See, DOGE didn't lose. Let's see DOGE in the bigger time frame. And honestly, you don't want me doing this at the end of the show. My brain gets literally rusty. Like my brain gets tired, and my brain says, I don't want to do this for a minute. Like, it needs a break. My brain says I've done it enough. Like, I can't do it anymore. Like, I've used every part of my brain. I don't want to use the can't, but I definitely get exhaustible. Look, there's a gap of the VRVP. We could easily get above it. You're looking for the move to 12 cents. Once you break this, I look for some type of flag here, touching the 21. There's the length of the pole, and boom. That will probably be it. And then and look, we're also getting a preemptive golden cross. The 50's coming for the 200. That's what I see happening. I would wait for this flag and the retest, and then that would be the move for DOGE from about 8 to 12 cents. Nice 50% gain. And I'm out. God bless you all. I need a break. Thank you.